Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I saw Max just stopped in the raid. We were just about to start up, so anyone who's still here from the raid, welcome. I'm Nekoboy Blue, your variety fleet commander in this case. I am on the Nebulous test server, and we're trying out some of the new toys here. We've been given kinetic kill warheads, which is essentially a giant brick we can hit people with in a missile slot. And we've been given a couple of other nice bug fixes, making beamstones less prone to shooting off at void fairies, and mines less prone to burrowing themselves into the surrounding asteroids whenever they deploy. Hey, Briar, nice to see you. Miss Max, if you're still around, thanks for dropping by and all that. I'd give you a shout out, but I think I can. Let me see, shout out. Where's my shout out command? There it is. Yeah. There you go. Max, cool dude. He streams Neb modded lobbies most of the time. Anyways, I am in one of the Discords right now, Darg's Coliseum and whatnot. We're getting together a crew, so I'm going to hop in right now and say hi to them. So stand by for that. Let me just get the audio set up so you can hear. Also hear the in-game music. Lovely soundtrack. All right, y'all ready? Getting some more people in. Let's see. We had more people coming out, right? I think we get enough for a full, 4v4 at least.
If we don't, we can always ping on the main server as well, because they've got the channel for it now.
Yep, I'm going to ping that channel, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I should plug my plug that I'm streaming Neb in there. So they've given me streamer perms. Yeah.
Neat.
Apologies in advance, I have birds, and if you've seen that XKCD about proximity to cat and entity of statements, birds have the same effect.
What kind of bird?
I also hear my cats occasionally.
I have a couple green cheek conures.
Nice.
One thing's for sure, it's never going to be quiet. That's a good thing.
If the bird is quiet, something is off.
Yeah.
It's like kids.
It depends on the day and the mood.
Well, that or you're in a coal mine. That's also a bad sign.
Yep, coal mine canaries in that.
Yeah. No, they'll often just sit and contentedly munch or whatever, or they'll start yelling at me. Hi, Opal. How are you?
That is the one nice thing about birds. They never shut up, which is also the worst part about birds.
Alright, area 6.
Area number 6, yep.
Right.
Make sure you're on the test branch, too.
I'm an idiot. I forgot to update. God damn it.
And I'm in the middle of a match, so sorry.
I forgot that I'd switched off of test branch last night.
So what was the new test branch any good? Did it bring any?
It's had some interesting fixes to it. Beam gunners seem less drunk. The new kinetic kill warheads are kind of funny. They kind of are. They're a little broken right now in that they kind of basically one-shot any component, but you're more likely to hit a thruster than a CIC. So
what are they good against, though?
They're kind of meant to be against torpedoes. So.
Yeah, they're meant for smacking torpedoes.
Yeah, the idea is if you get a slow container volley or torpedoes flying at you, instead of using AMMs to blow up in a big cloud, you basically just want to hit it with a brick as it is incoming.
So it might actually be very viable against the things that I like to play as. Oh crap.
Yeah. I mean, considering that torps were really, really good after the wall thickness patch, it's nice to see that we're getting some AMM counter play to it instead of just defender spam.
I actually kind of like that too.
Yeah. I like the fact that you can just hit people with a brick in this game now, because that's really funny.
Bonk.
Yeah. Bonk.
You can literally name a torpedo horny bat and send it after whatever guy is going for the A-cap. That's just good.
That is kind of funny.
Also, you apparently, now, I haven't tested too much with the bulk freighters, but supposedly they will actually obey the roll command and not do their best rotisserie chicken impression when you give them a vertical move order.
Fucking finally, that might actually get me to play them again.
I will admit, I had gotten really good at issuing hold fire orders and just targeting space with them, because that's what you had to do to make them work. But
I got so salty at some point, I just were like, nah, fuck it, I'm taking a break. But if they're gonna be good now,
my game overlay to work with Neb. I think it should.
For now, I will just enjoy the Tug Swarm while I still can.
I mean, Tug Swarm did get nerfed recently, deservedly so, but
Oh no, that was deserved. I wasn't angry about that.
Yeah.
I just got bored of that was deserved 100%.
I'm glad that they split the 250 up into like the double barrel and single barrel version, because it means we still get to use the like 250 bulkers, which are a lot of fun. Although they got a slight nerf because I guess one of their like, if you run like the 5th gun on it, then you get slightly reduced firepower. But
Yeah, it's less, and it's no longer as beefy either.
yeah,
So it's not
the
there to
lower
kind of
DT
protect
is
the
really
engine.
nice because it's like, how do you balance something that's used like both on the bulk freighter like that en masse, but also in the nose of a tug?
I still like how the monitor got its buff because.
Oh yeah, the monitor feels great now. Like
the monitor feels how it should be. A very
Yeah.
slow moving brick that won't
It's-
fucking die.
it's like it's a cross between the destroyer in terms of like mobility and spinals and stuff, and kind of like the light cruiser in terms of its survivability. Because maybe a little tougher than the CL. 'Cause CL can be kind of squishy sometimes.
It depends what you hit the CL with.
True.
Because the thing of the monitor is you just put it there and you say stay put and hold and like.
Yeah, it's got
okay.
what's it like 48 centimeters of armor. That's hard to cut
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, it's basically just the equivalent of oh god damn it, all right, bring the axe for the Solomon.
And even then, like trying to hit them with 450, like you've got a super narrow target profile from the front there.
Yeah. They do have the weird flak 450mm round though. That one's weird.
The you mean the 600 mil bombshell?
Yeah. Weird boy. That one.
I actually like that one a lot. It's not quite an RPF round, but it behaves sort of similarly. So if you see somebody running like, you know, the 9, like it's like the 9 frigate, or like, no, it's not 9 frigates. It's like 9 corvettes in like the 3x3, or they'll do like the big like frigate blob. You can just fire a blob shell into the middle of that and punish them. And I like that that's the counterplay for it. And it's also there if, you know, you just want to like shell at something about a kilometer away.
You just want to sit there in the back and go.
Yeah. I really like
Or that.
one of my fleets here. I'll see if I can't show it off. It's for
I love
OSP. I've started running a Ocello with just a pair of monitors that have torpedoes, and that's been really fun because the Ocello provides great PD cover. Like you can get 2 defenders and then like 4 Auroras on that thing to shoot down anything at your like incoming angles.
Yeah.
And then with the monitors, you've just got 600 mil guns for their little flak, or you could run them with a 250 if you want to like just knock out little things.
That actually sounds quite fun. Can
Yeah.
you send that fleet my way?
It's a sure. Let me just throw it in the armory area. Where did we put that channel?
Yeah, bro.
Armory. Go.
Because
Find
because
my
I'm
fleet file now.
because I'm one of those weird people that doesn't actually like to make fleets.
I believe it. There's plenty of people who like that. Let me just go ahead and get you this fleet file. Cello and Sons. There you go. Try this on for size. It's not perfect, but I've been having fun with it.
If it was perfect, it'd be boring.
Exactly. It's very subjective because like I like the 600 mil gun because it crosses certain damage thresholds with its scatter rays on the 6. I think it's like 60 damage per ray with it. 'Cause it operates like a missile, or damage wise instead of like conventional HE. So that thing's kind of cool for knocking out components that would normally not be able to be broken. And the bombshell is just fun. And I mean it's pretty simple, straightforward. You've just got like 3 salvos. Oh, actually got 32 torps in it now. So yeah, you've got a good chunk of salvos because I said screw PD on the monitors. We've got the Ocello for that. And let me just say that most people are not prepared to get hit by 16 torpedoes.
Yeah, nobody likes that. Well, maybe with kill theme bobber. That'd be different now.
I should go back to my ANS fleet I was going to try out. Where did my fleet go? Green is the new black. That's the one.
Alright, thanks. Does the Oslo also still have guns on it, or just
Yes,
TD?
it's a 450 Ocello. It's about, I think, 1,500 points. So it's pretty much I'd call it like standard Ocello. Yeah. I mean, it's vanilla ice cream. It's good. It's nothing like exactly standout outrageous, but hey, it gets the job done. All right, we've got room for what's it, like 2 or 3 more? I think. Actually,
Yeah.
area official
I
is
can
limited to what was it,
switch over
16
to
players or something? I think. They bumped up the player count, I think, so you could get some observers on test server.
Yep.
I'm liking that they did they took a break after what was it, the OSP updates that we just got, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna just roll out a whole bunch of bug fixes and quality of life stuff. That feels really good. I like that.
Yeah. Only sad thing is that we're no longer getting boarding stuff or parent.
I mean, that was always gonna be like
honestly don't
kind of
think it
jank
fit
to
the
do
tone
in
of the
combat.
game.
So
Anyway,
I'm also sad that from what I've heard is that the OSP is no longer getting carrier.
who said that?
They're still not getting their own hull. And
no, I
as-
think that the carrier hull is meant to be like a few of them on maybe a bulk freighter, but most of it's going to be on the container liner. So it's got
Yeah,
multiple
the
hull
CLN's
sides,
going
just,
to
you
be
know.
what's doing carrying. They hopefully will be getting another hull, but it probably won't be a carrier hull.
I think it's going to be interesting seeing the logistics side of things. Like if we get logistics, like specific actual freighter hulls. Because they described in Conquest mode, you're going to have to bring like your support fleet in with your tenders and tankers and things and see how that goes.
Yeah, if it's directly attached to the task group, then it's going to have to go in.
It'd be
Still,
interesting.
though,
We might get like a
I-
light and a heavy supply ship, depending how much they want to model the hulls. Because these aren't really probably going to see
I-
combat. It's just going to be big cargo space.
I would have just liked to see like one more new ship hull.
They're probably going to add one to OSP, even if it's not a carrier hull.
Weird though.
It kind of makes you wonder though, like what kind of hull could they add? Like I've looked at some of the gun selection, people are saying we want more turrets and things like that. And it's like, what in like the arsenal has not like existed as a cover point? Like I like when they added
That's a
the
good
triple barrel
question.
250, and I mean the 600 mil kind of came out of nowhere. That was just a like, hey, we've got this existing asset that people aren't really using. Let's just bump up the size and make it a special thing for the monitor.
I kind of just want. This sounds kind of weird, but what I just really want is basically just a really big monitor with a massive frontal firing arc. I don't know if any of you guys play Star Sector, but
I know what you mean.
you know exactly what I mean. I
Yep.
want that.
I've seen
want
Star
that.
Sector and I played Cosmeteer not too long back, and yeah, just like the big nose gun. I feel it.
I want no. You know the little church capital ship.
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
That because it's literally just a big brick with rows of armor,
Yep.
a shit ton of flag guns, and just a row of ridiculously oversized guns at the front. If that doesn't scream overcompensating, I don't know what does.
I saw what was it? Max raided my stream earlier, so I'm gonna shout him out. He made an interesting destroyer where he basically took a keystone and like made the spinal mount a thruster, and then the 4 little thrusters at the front, he made them mount so you could fit like the old 250s in them. And that thing was kind of interesting seeing how it behaved. Like you just had a very narrow platform. It was like kind of a keystone-like, but just with OSP guns. I like that thing a lot. Just like a weird, interesting, like multiple small DACAs. So I guess you can kind of do that now with the monitor and the double-barrel 250.
Yeah, guess so. Oh god, my voice. Ooh.
Now, the one thing I will say I do kind of want to see, and this would be a weird change, but like I would like to see hitboxes change depending which module's in it. Because like, you know, when you put like a BLS like 23 into like a big slot or something. I just want it because like it kind of sucks for certain things like the CL. It just feels like the hitbox is way too huge for some of the modules. Like if you have a VLS, you've got the huge box, but if you want to just put like a little thing there, I don't know. I just like to see like the space take up less if I'm just putting like a little device in.
A good idea in terms of how it feel, but it also, I think, just be a balancing nightmare.
Yeah, it's like one of those kind of like wishful thinking things for me. So
cases, I know the large compartments were used to try and nerf certain ships. Like with the
yeah, that's another factor of it. But
Milan.
I mean, they got the large compartment now for the bulk freighters and things. So I don't know. I'm just a little salty every time I load up a CL, and then just one wayward shot seems to knock out all of my guns, and I have to chain restore.
Oh god, poor Ropa.
Although that is another idea I had for changing the, and of course this is just me like spitballing ideas out. If we change like the restore system instead of being like one size fits all, because like you know how much it sucks when like you lose a radar panel and you're like, I don't want to burn a restore on this. I'd rather restore like my drive or my 450 or something. If they just did like a point system where it's like, I don't know, panels cost like 10 points, reactors are like 50, that'd be nice.
Oh god, a monitor swarm's about to dive into the fleet. That's gonna be fun. Oh shit, that's a Solomon.
You're on your own match still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got one more slot open in this
Oh,
one for Annis.
just go out. Me, it's fine.
You got a person? Oh, we had Herman hop in. Oh, never mind, spectator. All right, let's see if we get another person. Come on, just one more. You want to actually get this match underway? I'll ping the.
I want to play NS. NS is cringe.
OSP for life. Fuck taxes. Hoorah.
Nah. I've had enough.
I know it's an old meme, but it still works.
Evading my PE tax, running my shuttle to ACAP. You fool, I turned my shuttle sideways. Your missile missed. I did have a kind of funny idea. So, take, like, you know how we got the new kinetic kill warhead, right? I was thinking, what if you took, like, a Wake Seeker and made that the primary Seeker system, and then tried running, like, a kinetic kill to just, like, sniff people's tails and then fly up and hit their drives? You're probably gonna, like, waste it on the thrusters, but the idea of just having, like, a missile just, like, thrown out into the battle space and then, like, curve around to the backside of enemies and then get a, like, instant drive dead is really fun.
EKM as anti-ship.
It would probably hit their thrusters first. Their
Yeah.
thrusters.
It's what I expected to happen, but the idea of it's just kind of entertaining to me, so. Clearly, you'll just have to send a whole bunch of them, so you punch through the thrusters and then hit the drive, right?
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
I think we're ready for this, so want to split off into teams?
Yeah,
And
who all in here is actually in here for team
Okay,
two?
anyone who's in here, let's go ANS Team 1, OSP Team 2, and go from there. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Win for Athens?
Well, I think that I'm gonna. If y'all are bringing in all the beam DDs, I probably don't want to bring a full cap fleet, so I'll bring CLs.
I mean, I'm never going to say no to someone bringing a cap fleet. I've recently started playing them because I found out just how good 120s are.
Mhm.
It's like, I think that most ANS players just gravitate towards the big holes and don't bother. Literally just bringing, like, 3 sprinters is game-changing.
Yep.
Just
But
run,
yeah,
like...
I think that we wouldn't have enough frontline with just 6 beam DDs, a CL, and
Yeah.
a battleship.
We need, like, a
so-
little more gun in there. Like, I've got a top gun, but that's not exactly, corked for combat. It's more just,
So as
for
long as we
checking.
can get the A-cap,
Yeah.
we can defend our back caps with the beams, and we'll be pretty alright.
I was thinking of going for, like, a big underside reach-around push, but...
Who needs guns? Guns are overrated.
I mean, now the beams supposedly don't target Void Furies as much. We should be able to do better with them, right?
Yep.
Oop.
Sure.
No reference exception. Let's hope that's not a problem. All right, we're in. Okay, I think I'm going to go for the DE push on the underside. That feels good. Mhm.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
want
go
CLs and
A
battleship above, maybe, and then...
Yeah. Is it a beam BB or a 450 BB?
Beam BB.
Beam BB.
Okay.
Bam ba ba.
Bam, bam, bam.
So, who do you want me to go with?
Might be best to push the beam BB, like, underneath sort of...
A? Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the
underneath
plan.
A.
Just, like, play that close guard because you can rotate your guns. Like, if they want to
Yeah,
pick
like-
nose, they can try.
I'm probably gonna hug the rock until I get into A.
From what I remember, OSB likes to play a top side of this map because you get those nice long sight lines for their 450s and railguns, or mass drivers, I guess, technically. I have the bad habit of
Yeah,
calling
you
mass
can get
drivers
those on the
rails and
bottom
rail
of the
drivers
map,
mass.
too.
You can get some nice angles. Like, if you flip the map over and play it that way, it's really fun. I might just do that this game. I think that not enough people use the inverted map tool because, like, it completely changes the way you look at a lot of the sight lines in the game.
Yeah, it's very handy.
I think, what was it? In the IE3 fleet, we had a single Corvette, right?
Yeah, the Black
we
Cat.
just want to, like, I guess, run that, like, straight into the A point and try and contest that. They might just
Yeah,
go
it's
shuttle.
going under 2A.
Nice. I laughed a lot when I saw the devlog where it's like, oh yeah, we like find players get really attached to their ships and stuff, and everyone who's ever had an ACAP ship just shaking their head like, no,
I get attached to my ACAPs, then they die.
yeah, for all 2 minutes they live.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, they also added the new relative
Turning up
heading
the
command,
engines
right?
now.
Which is supposedly working.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I can't tell actually. Supposedly it makes your ships do less space ballerina things, but we're gonna find out.
What are our orders, Commander? Turning up the engines now.
Aye, aye, Commander. Moving out. Affirmative.
Standing by.
We didn't bring any Elint, did we?
No.
Sometimes I like just having one in a fleet. Like you get a, it's like a spyglass sprinter. You can get Elint on that. I think it's like 255-ish points, give or take.
Yeah. If you want, you probably want a little bit of soft kill on there as well.
Oh,
so
wait.
Yeah.
bring it up to like.
We'll be there before
You are going into
75-ish.
sea with CLs and no decoys.
You know, we don't have anything else to cap it, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Just
cap.
grab it, go from there.
And to just send a Corvette, you might lose the entire fleet to containers.
Ah,
It'll be
I mean, I
fine.
have,
Saying.
you know, I have soft kill. I'll be fine.
Jamming, RPF, defenders. There's
That is,
chests,
I'm
that's
pretty
all.
sure. Yeah, there's a bunch
Yep,
of
those are
scout.
containers. Triple seeker.
Yep.
What is that? It's ARAD, ACT, and Wake Val. Fun.
Quiet.
Yep.
Commands on the line.
Seeing 3 seeker heads in a missile still throws my head off.
Receiving.
Quiet. Commands on the line. Waiting for your orders, Commander. Falling into formation. Forming up, Commander. Course laid in.
Tanner volume coming on the low side. Going for your Black Cat, I think. I don't know how they're mixing their volleys in this. Looks like they're just going like standard boxes and things, trying to catch their cappers out.
Command.
What can we do for you, Commander? Understood.
Yeah, I
We're
think
on
that
your
might be
way.
Small Cake's container liner. I'm not sure though.
Probably.
Course laid in.
Oh, I might have oops
There's
here.
Standing by.
I think I did oops here.
Target acquired.
Crap. I might lose my EWAR frigate because I pushed too far forward. Ah, crap. Ow.
The ship can't
Yep.
hold. Get to the lifeboats.
I did not keep my
Standing
ships
by.
grouped. Whoops. Well, there goes my EWAR frigate donated to the cause.
Standing by.
That's tragic.
I forgot that my destroyers are not nearly as fast as my frigate because I put a whiplash in it. Yeah.
What can we do for you, Commander? Aye, aye, Commander. Moving out.
Zone Atlas.
Standing by. Understood. We're en route.
We are contesting Zone Atlas.
Oh, we got the ACAP maybe? What do they have on there? Shuttle
What
with
is
a
a shuttle?
T-20 and a VLS-1 and a Defender. Okay. Who has the little hard mode? Oop, never mind. It just ate a missile. Good shot.
That's Small Cake.
Yeah, it's that.
Nice. Well, shuttle for a
Standing by.
shuttle.
And the containers. Okay.
Rip. It went on the side you didn't have defenders. That
What
sucks.
can we do for you, Commander? We're on our way.
All right, yeah, they're pushing. They're very concentrated at sea, so I'm just gonna fall back.
Okay. I think I can win the E underside, but I'm worried that I might be falling into a trap here.
Probably.
I want to say 8623 is looking like an Acello, maybe, given the nose.
No, I'm spotted.
Just see it. Not giving me that side profile of it. Oop, well, we can tell they have bulkers up there, all right. You can see those big withering shots coming in.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
All right, I'm gonna go underside, head towards E.
Understood. We're en route.
Probably a trap, but eh.
Understood. Standing
Or
by.
did we want a death ball to A? Because I could carry your beam DD and just be mean.
I mean, I can take care of whatever is on A. The point is I will get shot at by above and below, so you might go
True.
even more below and like get them
Understood.
closer
We're en route.
while they shoot
It's-
at me.
Understood.
It's too late to cap A at this point, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They're
I
just
mean-
going to be over us, so there's no point.
Initiating
Yeah,
attack.
true.
So,
Initiating missile launch.
I don't know what you are, but I don't want to find out.
Standing by.
Our signal's being jammed.
Copy that, Commander. Copy.
How
Opening
did
fire.
they implode? So weird. My torps just imploded for some reason.
Engaging the enemy. Order
That's
received.
different.
Engaging now.
Like, I lost the CMD track and then they just detonated instantly. But
We're on
they
our
don't normally
way.
do that, right?
Dialing in.
I think the
Commander.
map might have
What can we
some
do for
weird
you,
geometry
Commander?
right now.
Locking
I think
Yeah, I mean, my BB
Understood.
was driving
Engaging the
straight
enemy.
into a rock
Copy that,
Okay.
Commander.
for some
Interesting.
reason.
We're ready when you are, Commander.
Screw you, little jammer tug.
Aye, aye, Commander. Moving out. We're ready when you are, Commander. Initiating missile launch. Awaiting orders, Commander.
Yeah, it definitely has weird geometry going on because my torps fired and then instantly died.
Receiving.
That's very strange.
Nah, it's the map though.
Okay, weird.
Understood. Aye, aye.
I had like a
Commander.
semi-active
Moving
homing
out.
secondary, so I wasn't sure if maybe that
Aye,
has
aye,
something to do with it.
Commander.
Yeah, it's just got to be weird hitboxes
What
down
can
here.
we do for you,
Interesting.
Commander?
I've not encountered that for a while.
Aye, aye, Commander. Moving out. Affirmative.
Oh yeah, beams.
Beams. By HE, see if
Order
that works better.
received. Target acquired.
There's only a single tug down here, just kind of jammer, T30, and it's the C30. Yeah, it's the spinal. I'm seeing more tugs running the 100 mil spinal.
We're ready when you are,
I
Commander.
don't think it's bad.
Okay, this is dead.
Moving out, Commander. Aye, aye, Commander. Awaiting orders, Commander. Missile detected.
Ooh, I've got incoming. Hi.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ah!
Order received.
A lot of shit.
Oh, that's a
Engaging
lot. Oh, that is a lot. Oh, this hurts.
now.
Ow.
Warning. Component
Well.
disabled.
I think I got small caked.
Commander, we just lost power.
Just random torpedo strike or container missile strike out of
it's
nowhere.
Not containers, turns out, but yes. So I don't know. Maybe
beam-
I guess Artie's probably the containers.
Could be. The beam gunner's actually doing their job for once, which is kind of incredible.
Come on, you can do it.
Yes, Commander.
Apparently not.
Underway. We're on the move.
Probably gonna eat another salvo here in a second, but
Beams missing.
Receiving. Yes, Commander.
beam gunners not targeting void fairies
What are our
is
orders, Commander?
very nice.
Right away, Commander. What are our orders, Commander? Target confirmed. Engaging. Preparing lock. Missile away, tube clear. Tube's nearly empty, Commander. What are our orders, Commander?
Oh. There's plasma this way.
We're
Crap.
underway. Right away, Commander. Waiting order, forming up. Missiles away. Waiting for your orders, Commander. We are en route, Commander.
Hit.
We hear you, Command. Firing solution locked in. We're running out of missiles, Commander.
Tell us what to do, Commander. Awaiting orders. Module is back up again.
Well, some of the missiles work at the very least, so that's cool. This is gonna hurt. Crap.
Alright, I need to cap.
You heard the orders.
What just did me?
Come on, defenders, please work.
Hostile fire.
Defenders, please. Ooh, that was close. Okay. In it to win it, boys.
Turning up the engines now.
Movement is not possible.
Remarkably, actually survived a full container strike with some of this stuff. Cool.
Yeah, there's something
What are our orders,
with
Commander?
that rise, like
Negative.
it
That
doesn't
target
break.
is out of our range. You heard the orders. Let's course laid in.
The ship doesn't break.
What are our orders, Commander?
You mean like the whole drift command thing?
We're underway.
No, like it overshoots the target, like it moves and
Firing
goes over
solution
the
locked in.
target point.
Okay.
Target lock
It's
achieved.
weird.
We hear you, Command. Course laid in.
I think I'm gonna get containered here, so this should be
Turning
fun.
up the engines now.
Standing by.
I'm gonna start shooting some funky shit at these ships.
Awaiting your orders, Commander.
RBF for what it's worth. Please don't be a double strike. That looks like a double strike.
Drive restoration
maybe not.
complete.
We hear you, Command.
This might be my fleet gun. Let's find out how good my flak is.
Standing by.
Ow, ow, ow.
We got the power back online. What are our orders, no power. Commander?
Ooh, okay.
Still here.
I am being heavily taxed, but I'm still capping the point.
Be there before you know. We need to get out of
Ouch.
here. Secured zone eclipse.
Praise reinforced lockers for
Oh.
sustaining it.
Yeah, HKP eating.
Nice.
Receiving. Can't do, Commander. It's too far.
We hear you, Command.
Well, I ate it heavily, but I got the point.
Engines now.
And there's an enemy behind us.
Receiving.
Crap.
Understood. Moving now.
Do we have anything on the underside that can get back to D point?
I can send a seal. I can send a seal over there.
Okay.
That's necessary.
My destroyers are not really going to be able to make it back in time.
What are
Okay,
our orders,
on it.
Commander? We are en route, Commander. Negative. That target is out of our range. Course laid
Yeah,
in.
this Ocello fleet is
What is
pretty
it, Command?
chewed.
Take a look at the top side, see how it goes.
What is it, Command?
Gonna mark the cello priority. There you go.
Yeah,
Yep,
this
they're
shit
getting torn
should
up
be
pretty good.
funky.
What have we got on those? Just wow, that's just a whole bunch of flak on a. Interesting. C4303. It's just all flak and a grazer. Something you see all the time on a cargo feeder, but okay.
Awaiting orders,
Took a hit.
Commander.
Component down. Power's coming back. Clear.
I wish they'd fix the bug where they say we took a hit, the components are down, when you just restored a module instead.
Yeah.
They're shooting at us.
It's an annoying one.
Negative.
nice
That
beam.
target is out of our range.
Yeah, I'm gonna push the liners here. I'm gonna need DPS though, probably.
Commander.
I'm not sure.
Yep, I'm gonna
En route,
push back up
Commander.
into B.
Fighter locked on target.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Oh,
underway.
looks like more containers coming out.
Target confirmed.
Ooh, you can see the little blue dotted line for the lock indicators now. That's nice.
Standing by.
Okay, the Ocello is dead.
We're on our way.
That's interesting. I'm firing grape shot at my destroyer? I don't think that actually can pen, can it?
No, it cannot.
Nice.
We'll be there
Ah,
before
had my
you know.
radar turned off. Wow.
Defending gauge.
You defenders for doing your jobs. Very cool. Although we are out of restores with beams, sadly.
Moving.
We're underway, Commander.
Come on, baby. I've made my torps a little longer range. I can't quite catch up with this target.
Tracking target.
Okay, this is that, by the way. Just did it.
Ooh, you're... Hey, you actually survived that container strike. Nicely done.
Orders. We hear you, Command. Right away, Commander. Engaging.
Enemy missile
Yeah,
launched.
yeah, new beams feel really, really good.
Yes, Commander.
Beams have always felt good.
Well, yeah, it's just like the targeting now feels really good on them.
Commander. Aye, aye, Commander.
Actually, usable and not just totally down
Yeah,
to
it's
the
like
vagaries
you get
above.
that time where it just targets a void fairy and you're like, well, I guess that's my salvo wasted.
Laid in.
Now it's like
Yep.
anything gets within 6 kilometers, it's ouch time guaranteed.
We're taking fire.
How the heck are you still alive? I think they must be using like meme containers or something, because if those were HEI, I should be dead.
Ready when you are, Commander.
We hear you, Command.
They might be using KKM containers.
Yeah. I respect it
Which would be
then.
really funny.
That is quite funny, yeah.
You know, not good, but
Not good, but hilarious.
yes.
Have
Let's see
torp.
him try to get away from me. I don't think we can hit that one, Commander. We can take him.
Do the torpedoes work? Okay, torpedoes do work. The hitbox on the underside of the map is just really weird.
Awaiting your orders, Commander. Right away. We're taking component damage. Right away, Commander.
I can't
there's
reach
he.
this liner, it's too fast.
You're next to cover, so you can move under it.
Yes, Commander.
Crap, they killed the beam. No.
We hear you, Command.
Alright, torpulous time. Let's go.
Is it normal that my HKP just bounced?
That shouldn't happen.
I guess maybe if it doesn't have enough pen on
Maybe.
like in.
Yeah, it
shouldn't.
was a cargo
I mean, it
field,
would have to be really in
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Let's go.
Please get in radar targeting range. Oh no, they're defenders. Versus.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Do it, Commander. We're taking component damage.
Yeah, those have to be kinetic kill because I'm just seeing my thrusters go down, not the entire ship.
Destroyed.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I respect it. They brought the silly memes.
There's our
I could
target.
just
Okay,
fix the stupid
why
beam
is
turret.
this?
What is it, Commander?
That's not fair. I dropped flares
Component.
Ah.
Got it. We'll live there.
and radar was off.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Oh well,
I
I'm
think I know where
fine.
their container liner is.
Standing
I
by.
want to say it's like right about on that sort
Hostile
of thing.
fire
Loud and
incoming.
clear.
I've kept them
What do you
super
want?
busy over here anyways. Also, good job getting the D point back.
Make it quick. Negative. A component is
And
destroyed.
I fire on these.
Got it
Yes.
patched up.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
crap.
head over
Oh,
and try
I
and
hate
kill
that. Right as you
like
restore a
4, 6, or
module,
7.
a shot comes in and knocks it out. That sucks.
We're ready
It's like
when
I had
you are,
literally
Commander.
just fixed the beam.
Aye, aye, Commander. We're ready when you are, Commander.
Well, that beamstone is dead.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
A
And this
component is
one
destroyed.
might have enough
What
power.
can we do for you, Commander? Standing by. Order received. Engaging now. Aye, aye, Commander. Understood. Engaging the enemy.
No more missiles.
Oh shit, I lost the panels.
Yeah, the radar panel getting knocked always kind of sucks with spinal weapons because then you just like having to try and awkwardly
We're
roll it
ready
into
when you
range.
are, Commander.
Yeah.
Understood. We're
They're
But I
harassing
have
me
more
down on
better
the
panels.
E point. Yeah, E point. Can't quite bear to get this stupid shuttle in range. So I'm back
We're
to a
on
wall.
our way.
What do you want?
I just
Beam.
need to turn around.
We can't do that, Commander.
We've got
What do
power
you want?
again.
There you go.
We're ready when you
Yeah.
are, Commander. Target acquired.
One of you actually has a working gun. I think you do. On that.
Copy. Engaging me.
Warning. Low power. What can we do for you, Commander?
Receiving. We're on the way.
In the awkward fly swatter game where I'm swarmed by like 2 shuttles and trying to bring a spinal beam onto him.
Understood. We'll hold our
A
target
component is
acquired.
destroyed.
Right now,
We're
just
scuttled.
stay
Get to the
still.
lifeboats.
Fix the reactor, please.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Waiting orders. Underway.
Come on.
I mean, this shit is getting
Come.
beamed so much and it doesn't die.
Come on, little shuttle, get cooked.
Standing by.
Oh, it's close. It's good.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, so close quarters beaming is still like super jank when you're using spinals, but that's to be expected.
We'll get it done, Commander. We'll get
Come on.
it done,
Oh,
Commander.
no, they knocked out my reactors and drives. Damn it.
Power grid is back on.
Destroyers feel really good, but they are still very fragile.
We're on the move. We've got
I
him in
can't
our
knock this
sights.
one for good. You hate when you see 250 overpen a shuttle.
Oh yeah.
Standing
You
by.
gotta use RPF on shuttles.
Yeah.
Awaiting orders.
Switch over that.
Yeah,
Actually.
Why
Team
do the
leadership
containers
does the
go
same
for
thing with
me?
sprinters too.
I mean, you can sometimes hit them like on the nose with HE and it actually whops in,
Component
but
lost. Standing by.
it does really depend on the angle.
We're ready whenever you are. We'll get it done.
Why are the containers ignoring my chaff and flares?
Standing by.
They might be wake valve.
Yeah, they're wake valve.
Flares! And
Flares, they
chaff.
don't show up.
Flares don't
Yeah,
kill validators.
yeah. It only checks if the radar signatures are hot or not. It doesn't check if the flares show up because that's the seeker, not the validator.
We're ready when you are, Commander.
Getting C point, so good show. How did the top side go? Looks like you guys kind of just rolled through them.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure these are like the actual brick missiles, which I mean, when they knock at the thrusters, it kind of sucks. But
Receive it.
anyone know how expensive they are? Like, aren't they like 1 point or something really cheap?
Copy. Engaging in.
I can shoot you, maybe.
Copy. Opening fire.
Yeah, chaff and flare doesn't work against wake valve because they're two separate entities. It considers the chaff cloud as one thing and the flare is a separate thing. So
Yeah,
I think that
that's
they
enough.
should.
Not
It's like if you put like a
actually.
flare in the middle of a chaff cloud, logically speaking, that would look like, you know, it's a ship with a big drive signature
Yeah,
in that. But
indeed.
yeah.
We're ready when you are, Commander.
Here, we have this.
Target acquired.
Minor RPF. Yeah.
Understood.
I think that's a
Engaging
cap.
the enemy.
Yeah, it looks like they're tapping
Ready
out.
whenever
Good
you
show,
are.
boys
Moving.
and girls and anyone else here.
Low ammunition reported, Commander.
We're ready when you are, Commander.
That one's dead.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Right. I think they'll just tap out and then we good to go for another one.
Indeed.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Ooh, yeah. I've seen those beams on the container liner now. The rat fleet.
Nice.
Gushy Fancy it's called, no less. Huh. Still has some boxes left, apparently. Only 3 banks on that container liner. Okay.
Huh.
Saw a lot of people running the full 4 banks after the OSP like Seeker nerf, so they couldn't get the EOs anymore. I'm wondering, like, how do you even like soft kill like an ARED Act Wake Val? Because the Wake Val that'll defeat like active decoy, right?
Oh,
Yeah, well, how you soft kill it is you all stop or you face your nose towards it.
Yes.
And, you know, yeah.
Yeah, because like they
that's-
did change
and,
Wake
you know, that
Val,
will
so it's
kill it.
not every
That will
direction
totally
now.
do
But
it. Yeah,
doesn't the Wake signature last for like 15 or 30 seconds?
15 seconds, yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, containers are real, so
Yeah,
you,
so-
you usually have
You
time,
have
and
to
if not,
stop.
if your
All right,
nose
let's hop back up to the
is
waiting
pointed
room.
towards you. Yes.
I will say that ever since the OSP update, it has seemed a little bit less stable.
In what way?
I've just had more crash to desktops.
Oh, I haven't had a single one.
Good game, y'all. The the containers were HE shaped?
That's normal.
No, it's just they hit me and they didn't seem to deal damage, which was why I
Just
thought they
use,
were. I
uh,
thought they were kinetics or something.
It's got a pathetic warhead on those.
Okay. Well, good game, everyone. Anyways, gonna take a little 3-minute break for stream so I can run ads so that we don't get intermission in that, and then we up for another one.
All right, everyone ready up so we can get out of debriefing.
Yes. Nice work on those beam DDs. You did some fucking insane damage on those.
yeah.
Although we're
Viacom DD is also
definitely
good.
entering the BMD era of the BMDD.
Yeah.
Beams making a comeback feels really good. I was super impressed because, like, on the underside, I was trying to beam a tug, and normally that just doesn't work. But they actually, like, locked on and hit, and that feels really good.
Fuck. Oh, it was somebody's
Give me
mic.
1 second, y'all. Okay, chat. Like I said, we're just gonna take a little 3-minute break here, so be right back. Alrighty, chat. We are back in business. So we're gonna hop back into the game here and ready up. We're on the OSP side this time. Classic Pillars Gaming, squaring off against some high-ranking Admiralty here. Hop back into Discord call and get our ears turned back on, yeah? Where did I put that channel? Alright, y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Let's do it. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so far, like, all the test changes that I've, like, encountered and toyed around with have been feeling really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Though, I will say that the hitbox on Avroya, the underside, my torpedoes just self-destructing for some reason felt kind of weird.
Yeah, that's a...
Collision meshes are
that map
hard.
ever since Call changed it.
Huh.
Collision meshes are really hard.
Yeah, I'd believe it. It's interesting because the ships could go through the area just fine, but then the torps just, like, they flew out the bottom and then went boop. Did anyone bring mines by any chance?
I didn't.
Okay.
I have MMTs, which are basically as good for
Fair enough.
most purposes.
Oh, there's another null exception. Null Beulus exception
I
command.
think something about how it bakes the fleets now.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that.
So the ANS texture pack. I think OSP has it too now on the latest update. Nice.
Yep.
All right. I think that kind of expecting the B to E push, or sorry, the D to E push.
Pretty normal.
Pretty content to set
I
up
think that
myself
just
on the
gonna try
right
and
side of the map
guide
and just kind of
home.
play the BC lane. You know, people come over the
Okay.
top of the rock and do that with my bulkers. So
I can relocate real fast, so...
okay. Who's it? I6AN. Are they not in the call?
They're rando from
Oh, okay.
the Neb Discord, I think.
Ah, gotcha. All right, well. Public Testulus and all that. Good times to had. All right. For anyone who's just tuning in, we are on the public test server trying out the new changes. Couple edits and quality of life fixes. Also the container, not the container, the kinetic kill warhead, which is the equivalent of throwing a brick at somebody. It's good against torpedoes and also really funny when you hit somebody in the head with it. I think that one of the really fun things is when you get pillars rotated, like the one that's like twisted 90 degrees, because that feels really different than regular pillars for no discernible reason other than it's just a bit to the left.
I love rotated pillars, but the real one is rotated necks.
Oh yeah,
is
rotated
wild.
nicks, like the Halo ring style for it. It feels good. Like I like the
It
rotated
makes
maps.
it a better map.
Yeah,
You
it's
shall be
so funny.
crushed beneath the wheel.
The
The other
donuts
thing
of
that's funny
destiny.
about rotated necks is I've gotten so much better at playing regular necks because of rotated necks.
Yeah, like you look
it
at the
makes
angles
you realize
differently.
It's full of cover.
Acknowledged.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everyone who says like Nyx has no cover is because they're not looking at it from the correct angle. Like it's literally a change of perspective.
Yep.
Course laid in.
Set my headings.
Aye aye.
I guess I can just, like if I set a roll order, then I guess my gunshot will still override it, right?
I
will,
think
yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah, spinals. Okay. This might actually mean that my bulkers, like without having to do hold fire micro, will actually aim the direction I want. That's a target we see already. I want to say 692 BB. I'll
It
have
could be
intel on it in a
anything.
second.
Yeah.
Course laid in.
Also, the new change, like with the monitor and just
Aye aye.
like the monitor just being better. Ooh, it's a
Voxel.
CL. Okay, that's a really big radar return for a voxel at that range.
If you have an ARR,
Masquerade.
that's pretty normal.
Or masqueraded.
Oh, I did add
Just
a
aiming
ARR to
something
this.
else
That's why.
masqueraded
Okay,
as looks.
I used to run this thing without it because I didn't have the slots for
Aye
it.
aye. Full burns.
Cool.
Understood.
The enemy is securing zone dagger.
Let's just guess that it's a CL and then go from there.
That's a pretty common spot to deploy CLs to.
Kind of like that high spot where you can either decide to push through the middle, go for C point, see what your enemy's doing, kind of loop around the D rock. Yeah, checks out.
On it.
Keep my fleet moving. Yeah, the change to like cargo feeders, they feel really good now, and like the extra 2 module slots is a huge difference. Just you can make like the super intel ship now, where you've got like your double track correlator for your R400 Bloodhound, and the early warning radar with the intel center and adaptive radar just gives you so much detail. And it's only like about 600 points or so.
I would not flank. Oh, they're not in team chat. That's right.
Oop, we got contact low.
That is way out of our range.
All right, we got a couple of.
It's not moving fast, whatever it is, but it is moving towards A point.
Okay.
Oop, RPF shots out.
6027's Voxel. Okay, that's a BBB.
That is a beam BB. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lock on here. I don't think I'll be able to hit the CL because it's just going to plate that angle close, right? Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, just go for the battleship there, sir.
All right. Loading 450 AP.
We can't shoot that far. On it.
The other really nice thing about the monitor is that you can like run it more safely than you do with like the early warning radar Bloodhound Tug, because that thing has like full plane control centers and no repairs. Versus the the monitor, you can actually take a hit or two.
Acknowledged.
Ooh, seeing some more beams coming from behind that thing. I think.
Ready.
I want to say they were like over here. Where's my markers?
Okay, that is Herman in the Corvettes.
I want to say like B sword area. There was another beam that I saw come out, but I don't have any visual on it.
On it. Course laid in.
I'm gonna try and snake a cap ship up to the middle of the map, see if I can't get their C point.
Send traffic.
They'll probably have it guarded, but still, it never hurts to try, right?
Trying to cap A with grape.
Course laid in.
Yeah, if you can kill that, that would be very good.
I will try.
Aye, aye.
So I have grape shot. I can maybe duel this because I have a gun sprinter. I keep calling sprinters shuttles and shuttle
Send
sprinter.
traffic.
I do that all the time.
Gotta fire AP at that battleship. Let them know what's up.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
Battleship, I think, did take some plasma strip from my.
Well, it's gonna take a volley of 450 AP either way, so.
It's not a problem if they have the nose pointed at us.
Ooh, it does not have the nose pointed at me. That's broadside hits. Damn, wish I'd known that.
Quiet. Commands on the line.
That's not good.
We're reading you. Repositioning.
Oh, I'm taking fire.
Send traffic.
Switch over to HE since I got those angles.
Solution locked in.
I want to say that, yeah, 8945 is a beamstone on that. There we go.
We hear you, command.
They're looking at us. Yeah.
Firing solution.
Come on, kill that black cat. Keep you.
Quiet. Commands on the line.
I won't be able to get a cap shuttle onto the point with that beam
I've got
hanging
a
out there,
couple,
but
yeah, the beam is there.
Standing behind it.
And
the
the Voxel as
beams.
well.
Getting information.
looks like there's sprinters ejected down below. I'll mark that dead.
Orders.
I'm gonna do a cursory sweep around the map because I'm a little paranoid about what else might be hiding here.
We hear you, command. Incoming.
Sometimes people play like the outside lane of like the CB lane, and ooh, I just got whacked. Okay, ow.
Aye, aye.
Ah, they have another beamstone. Damn you.
Okay, something's pushing on my hunter shuttles.
Yep.
I just got a burn through on them, but I can't do shit since all they're unarmed. scout
Yeah, over
shuttles.
there, I see it. Okay. I'll try and get ice.
Reporting.
Another beamstone
Okay, they
there.
got
I
some
might
stuff.
be able to get a hit on that. I'm gonna drop altitude from B and then just try and play like a little bit lower.
I got some plasma on that beamstone on my way by just
Nice.
to
Not that they
advise
have much
ammo
armor to begin with.
selection.
There's a Voxel pushing the outside of the D lane.
Reporting.
Yep.
How can we help today, Commander?
What else we got?
Send traffic.
Yeah, might be able to get hits on here. Let's see. Change my roll command and what we got.
Ready.
Hit that.
We can't shoot that far. On it. Executing.
Got some stuff lurking on the, you see that, like, the, I don't know what to call it, the seaside pillar? It's 6023, the voxels and stuff there? Yeah,
Send traffic.
troubling.
Yeah, I'm moving out to engage that with my
Aye, aye.
blob.
Full burn.
Okay.
Well, not
I think
blob,
I've got a good lock on one of their keystones here. Need to get a little bit closer to get them.
You can drive back the 8945. I can probably get the ACAP.
Course laid in.
I will see if I can hit that or not. I'm, like, just barely out of range on it.
Aye, aye. Full burn. On it.
On just a little closer. Is it reversing? I can't tell. No, it's just holding still. Ooh,
Something's coming along the bottom.
All right.
My hunter shield just got jammed to shit.
Oop, I got a voxel coming on my flank here. I have to disengage.
Aye, full burn. Standing by.
Okay, there's a Vox.
Executing.
Hold fire until we get that good lock.
Send traffic.
Oh,
Receiving. Receiving.
trying to RPF me.
Repositioning.
Okay, they got a Solomon at sea? What the fuck?
What?
Okay.
They have 2 BBs? Oh, that's insane.
They do.
All right, well,
Orders.
Okay, I'm making a push for A.
Understood.
okay. They got another beamstone hidden by 8030. Mark that attack location. Whole fleet there. CL, beamstone, I think a sprinter.
Send traffic.
You regret his life choice. I still don't have an angle on that beam BB though.
Send traffic.
I'm having to play close to guard the point.
Reporting.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna be a bit distracted trying to kill these Vauxhalls.
That's all right.
We're reading you. Aye, aye.
Have to do the same myself.
I should be able to take care of them. I'll have an offset that should let me be able to get locks.
Yeah, no sweat. Get him. Gonna call out my shot here. This one. The nice thing too about the Bloodhound radar is that you can just sit like outside of their jamming range. So it's like, oh, I'm hitting you with blankets. How can you still see me? It's like, haha, you fool! I am over 10 kilometers away.
How can we help today?
I really like the OSP's radar suite, even though they have like the worst like area radars because they don't have parallax and stuff.
We are securing Zone Atlas.
Send traffic. Eyes on target. Aye, aye. Full burn.
I think the Black Cat is out. No, it's not out. The sprinter that's down by A is still in.
Send traffic.
Oh, they're not enjoying this lane of fire at least.
Course laid in. Falling in.
Let's see. They've just got a whole bunch of beamstones hidden all over the map. It's really making it difficult to maneuver.
Yep.
And did they actually have a battleship on the point up there? Or oh, yep, I
It's
see it
not
now.
on the point.
2184. Yep, marked as priority. Give me a second. Just going into the midfield. I think they're just going to look to bully us and push forward.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
And CHBN fleet. It's got a Rains escort. There's the 5569 Keystone under the little rock there that's going up with.
Receiving.
Well, that should be a CL that's regretting the concept of existence.
Oh, I got a shot on the beam BB. I'm gonna take it.
Ready.
I don't have an angle on that.
Repositioning.
Oh, screw it. Good enough aim. I mean, it's a battleship, right? How hard can it be to hit?
Send your traffic.
Well, I am getting flanked from the outside. I don't know what that is. I think it's just a Corvette.
Send traffic.
It is, yeah. I am on it.
Thank you.
Aye, aye. Proceeding. Course laid in. Got you 5 by 5.
Well, the battleship just ate a bunch. The beam battleship just ate a bunch of 450.
Send traffic.
Other ones are playing a little recklessly. Let's see what we got here.
Solution locked in. Send your
And the AP, there we go.
Beginning the attack.
Okay, I expect the Vauxhall on my side to not exist after what I just did to it.
Good, good.
Nice.
Course
Pivoting
laid
back
in.
around to engage the battleship.
Here,
Send
you.
traffic. Send your traffic.
Well, I'm keeping them off the B point at the very least.
Aye, aye.
That said, we do need another cap to win this, so
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for C right now.
Excellent, thank you.
But I'm not going to be able to hold it for that one.
Eyes on target.
Well, if their battleships just all push up and leave their points, we might be able to snake around some backups because we have shuttles and stuff going for them. and that will at the very least force like them to respond to our tugs.
Receiving. Receiving.
A line on their battleship firing, on the beam BB rather. It's so weird having to specify which battleship.
Course laid in.
It's like normally when you have a match with 2 battleships, you're just like, oh, this is an easy win, right?
Send traffic.
Yeah, but these are actually good players. Who know how
Yeah,
to
these are
play
good players at
battleships,
battleships, and they know how to bring cap fleets too to contest.
Ready.
So the beam BB is kind of pushing out at this time.
Course laid in. Helm, take us
Yeah, I'm
in.
going to be wrapping around to try and engage it.
All right.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
Got you 5
Last
by
monitor got
5.
beamed. Ah, crap. We were losing our pub. No. He was so young.
Executing. Standing by.
Yeah, it's got its nose to me. Crap. Maybe it is.
Leave helm, take us in. Standing by. Executing. Course laid in.
Well, 450 about to fire, I think. I would just not be massed. That would be great. Baron to target. What do you mean Baron to target? You're already aimed at. Okay, Neb Gunners being Neb Gunners. Very nice.
Send traffic.
Beam battleship's pulling back, so their other BB is guarding the D
Send
point very
traffic.
closely.
I think my plasma's
We're reading
mostly
you.
missing. It's
Um,
something behind that rock.
They're going for the
Help,
B
take
point
us
with
in.
the sprinter. Athens,
got
you've got that, right?
Yep. It's
Thank you.
gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna.
Eyes
go
on
there.
target. Acknowledged.
Swing this around.
That is outside of our range.
That's too far from us.
Send traffic.
You
Course
got a
laid in.
voxel trying it. All right. See what
Standing
we can
by.
hit them with.
Aye, aye.
I'm liking how we're controlling the fire lanes on this map at the very least. So if we could just drag it out a little longer, like they've
Send
got a
traffic.
slight lead, but I think we can drag this back pretty easily.
Yeah, I think. We have a
Aye,
chance
aye.
still.
Proceeding.
Oh yeah, we just got plenty of chances. Just about how we make use of them.
Aye, aye.
Don't want to bleed ourselves out too fast. Internet Explorer's IE-3 fleet, I think, right?
Yep, makes
Makes
sense.
sense. Voxels and their stupid narrow target profiles dodging all my 450 AP.
Receiving. Reporting.
Gotta respect it, the Raider drive place.
Aye, aye. Proceeding. We've got him now. Understood.
They have a Corvette beelining for E point. You've got,
Got it.
yeah, you've got a ship in position.
Receiving. We're reading you. Helm, take us in. Repositioning.
What else can I do? Try and put more rounds into their beam BB.
Helm, take us
B
in.
point is secure. Their
Send
sprinter
traffic.
pods there. Nice. You know, I expected like with double BB they would have just played a lot more aggressively and rushed into us, but
Course laid in.
No, they
They
actually
don't
know what
need
they're
to.
doing.
yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
don't need to. It's just I thought they would have tried to press their advantage and just overton us in like one
Receiving.
location.
Yeah, they would have lost if they'd done that probably. So.
Standing by. On it.
What do we? Yeah. It's the the cringe score. That I think that's high scores beam BB then. The cringe score.
Receiving.
No, high score's not in here.
High score's not in here. Oh.
Positioning.
Nope. That is
Send
probably
Ready.
Rom.
Hmm.
Well, SCCC is either Rom or Herman.
Checks out.
But Herman does. I guess it's. Oh, you know what? It's really cheap beam BB, and then he's got a couple of cap sprinters as well.
Ah, that could be the fleet then. Yeah. I like doing the fleet where you get like a command craft, like an Axford or something, and then you just got a bunch of little escorts you can send around the map to do cap fleet things. So it's like you've got enough so you can still play the fight, but
On it.
then you have the option of like winning for the caps.
Yep. It's good.
Standing by.
Yeah.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
A bit awkward trying to get this lock here, but
Course laid in.
Almost see that beam BB
Send
with my
traffic.
guns, although it does put me a little closer than I'd like to be to it.
Send
7
traffic.
kilometers is fine though, right?
Helm, take us in.
I'm getting jammed out trying to engage the defenders on C.
Aye, aye.
Yeah.
Sensors and comm jam. Great times.
Standing by.
Yeah.
I love that the
Aye, aye.
hang-up works now.
Yeah, the hang up actually working makes a lot of things different because you can just now use it really effectively. Like you point towards a mass driver liner and they just can't do anything.
Is there any chance we can get guns on 6027?
Yes, maybe.
Yes, give me a moment.
It's trying to sneak around and I'm not gonna let it.
I can probably intercept it when it pokes, when I have the window next time it pokes through center.
Alright. Yeah, it looks like it's going around towards the B side, and I think I can rotate my
traffic.
ships in time to hit that.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
See if I can swing my lock radars or not.
Aye, aye. Aye, aye.
Oop, I just realized I ran my monitor
Aye,
into a
aye,
wall.
full
That's why
burn.
it turned funny.
Receiving.
You ever have those moments where like you look in
Aye, aye.
tactical view and you're like, huh, why are my ships doing this thing? This makes no sense. And then you look in the actual game, it's just like completely smooshed up against the wall with the nose buried into it. And you're like, ah, that's why you rolled like that, and you can't hit.
Yep.
Locking that target.
Well,
Send traffic.
oh yeah, what? I'm actually gonna go push that
Aye, aye. Full
Vauxhall.
burn.
So I think I can work this flank a little bit and then engage against the other stuff that I know is back there.
Send traffic.
It just looks like it's running.
Receiving. Aye, aye. Full
I'm gonna try and force this. No, they've got a keystone covering. Never mind.
Beam BB is moving off from the A point. It's moving outwards.
Okay, I'll try and get a.
Go for it.
Receiving.
Probably not gonna work, but
Probably not gonna work, but I think their beam BB is still active out there somewhere.
They've got 2. maybe
Yeah.
covering it?
I'm talking the one that's
Yeah.
like near the
Okay.
D point. Let me give you an attack ping.
Yeah, they've got 2 beams on it.
Yeah, that one over there.
Receiving.
Yeah, we need to push those off if we want to
Yep.
get this.
Course laid in. Send traffic. Solution locked in.
Got a good shot on the beam BB now.
Aye, aye. Send
I can
traffic.
take it.
Orders. Send traffic. Helm, take us in. Standing by. We've been locked on.
Mock me. Alright, let's go. Firing on the beam BB.
They're pushing E pretty hard.
Yep.
Reporting.
Yeah.
See ya.
Also coming in.
Helm, take us in.
Vauxhall 5248, confirm.
Yes.
Send traffic.
You.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
Why did you make me do this?
What did you do?
Oh, just the same Vauxhall players pushing me basically unsupported again.
You gonna clobber him?
Oh,
That's
fuck
wrong.
You wait.
Reporting.
Killing Rom is
Solution
Praxis.
locked in. Receiving.
Oh,
Aye, aye.
Warning. Nope. Oh, yep, there we are.
Send traffic. We've got a
Now I
plan.
finally get shot at.
Aye,
Alright, let's
full
do
burn.
this.
Yeah, we see them. Solution locked in. Enemy lock. Reporting.
Well, you, I can lock too.
On it. Aye, enemy fire. Inbound. Send traffic. Aye, aye. Full burn. Course laid
I'm
in.
taking a little bit of fire here. Can't see from exactly where, but
Looks like we're being jammed.
good idea.
Aye, aye.
You fool, you entered pinpoint range.
Our sensors are going haywire. Send traffic. Send traffic. Send traffic. Aye, aye. Proceeding.
I think their battleship is throwing some rounds my way, but I'm pushing off the 6027 Vauxhall now. You've got a shuttle going for C. Good. There's a sprinter on it, though, and supposedly not
Dead.
under command. Here's,
Or
yeah, I can
guess
still
it's
see its
not
guns
dead,
wiggling.
dead,
It's, yeah, just finish it off with HE.
Yep.
Course laid in.
It's dead for tax purposes. Let's go with that. It's another thing I did actually. I have to file my taxes. I got a call from my account saying, "Hey, can you give me this information?" I'm like, "Ah, crap, they're onto me."
Since that.
How can we help today, Commander?
No. Target feeder, don't do that. Stay so stream. I don't want to explain where shuttles come from.
Standing by.
Let's see, what do we got up here?
Standing by.
Voxel. I think I can give you a lock on that. Yeah, with the long range.
Receiving.
Bloodhound.
Understood. Helm, take us in. Reporting. Aye aye, full burn. Aye aye, full burn.
Vox is really trying to get away and not having any of it.
Send traffic.
I think that once 6027 is down, we'll have won the B side, and then we can maybe do a crossover push to A. So we got the C cap, right? We just need to make back enough points.
We're
A bit of
taking
the
fire
lead
over
here.
We have
Send traffic.
secured zone comet.
Go ahead, Command. Reporting. Solution locked in. Send traffic. Aye aye, full burn. Course laid in.
Let's see. Yeah, it's just a pretty standard 1,000-point looking Vox, 250s and such.
Receiving. Send your traffic. Reporting. Aye aye, proceeding. Got you 5 by 5.
Finally bear to target and
Standing
shoot.
by. At the ready, Screw with the sensors, Commander. Send traffic.
Come on, Nebulous, turn command.
Standing by.
Zone eclipse.
Yeah, okay.
Standing
You're on
by.
that, Kelmia? Yeah. Okay.
As best I can be, I'm in a spicy as hell situation.
Yeah.
Receiving.
On, go down CL. I think we might end up losing this on caps because they are holding a bit more lead than we are. We're winning a bunch of our fights though.
Well, yeah, we just need to, do some murder.
Yep.
Send
Okay, that
traffic.
is, I think that's space oil. That's space oil. Excellent.
Drive malfunction. Engineering. Report in.
What the drive? Oh, something drive me. What the hell hit me? Oh shit, there's a beam on that thing. Hi.
Oh god damn it, that fucking BB's still on.
Forgot that
Oh.
BB existed. Crap.
Disabled.
Right. Well, that's gonna cook me for a little bit here until I can get a shot on it. Of course it hits the reactor.
The enemy secured zone eclipse.
The DC storage.
Receiving.
Fine. It's fine. This is fine. Screw it. I'm going for A because I think we're gonna have to.
Course
Yeah.
laid in.
So say
We've
we
gotta
all.
get Probably two more caps now. I think we need 4
Yeah.
caps. I'm
I think we're
try
gonna
and go
need at
for-
least 4 caps.
Go ahead, Command. Receiving.
Just get my reactor back online.
At the ready, Commander.
You can move this individually.
Aye aye, Commander. We're moving.
Yeah.
Got you 5 by 5.
I knew that beamstone was there. I neglected to check up there with my early warning radar. Damn.
Receiving.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try and get behind it and shoot it a little bit. Not gonna
I would
do
appreciate
too much,
that.
just a gun shuttle.
I'm about to light it up with all the 458 HE in the world, so it probably won't live through that.
10-2, we're reading.
It's well timed on their part. Let's commend them. They're playing very well.
Commander.
I mean, not that I would expect them to play poorly, but here comes
Got
the
you 5 by
450. I think that's the
5
450 BB shooting me.
We're
I don't know if I
reading
can
you.
see it, but how much jamming do they have?
Acknowledged.
There it is.
Component prepared. Aye aye. Understood. Requesting repairs. ASAP. Awaiting orders. Main drive repaired. Awaiting orders. Got you 5
Well, they're
by
sub
5.
beaming me, which is nice at the very least. Instead, now they're just throwing like every bullet in the world.
We're standing by. The ship's been damaged. Forces laid in. We see them. We need repair team stat.
And there's the other beamstone.
Disabled. It'll be done, Commander.
Ow.
Channels open. Power control failing. We copy that last. Component breached. Eyes on. Component disabled. Understood.
Ouch, ouch,
Engage.
ouch. Well. See if I can't keep my monitor alive that was trying to go for the 8 points. I think we needed to knock out those beamstones
Ready.
earlier, and I'm not sure if we
Zeroed in.
could have possibly done it or not. Oop.
Affirmative.
Yeah, some very nice beamstone play.
They did a good job hiding them too. Like they were tucked just the right places
Knocked
under
out a
rocks
module.
that you couldn't get them.
Yep.
We have you
Please.
loud and clear.
On roll. Hey, it's
Affirmative.
actually obeying the roll order. Awesome.
Reporting. We see them.
You can just shoot at that.
Take it to them. On the move. Aye, aye. Proceeding.
Hoping that other Solomon doesn't have a beam on it. I'm about to probably get within 5k.
I think it's all
Damn
done,
it, the
but I
Black
don't-
Cat is still alive. They did play possum with that sprinter. I thought they had. It has no guns, but
Send traffic.
still,
Yeah, it's not armed.
just an annoyance.
Get us moving, Helm.
Oh,
They knocked out a module. Send it.
don't
Our
hit
sensors are being
the
jammed.
drive.
Ready. Commander, we're taking damage.
Fine.
Getting a lock. Our drive's offline.
Ah, they hit the
Let me
drive.
see
Of
if
course
I
they
can
hit the
sneak
drive.
D.
Damn it. No.
We're standing by.
I'm gonna kill it, but not in time.
Traffic. We're a bit busy, Commander.
On 450s, fire everything.
Out with it. We're a bit busy, Commander.
There we are.
Aye, aye.
Do
Proceed.
we have anything for the D side or E? No, they're probably sitting
I'm
on
gonna
E.
see if I can sneak
Yeah.
D, but
E point has a beamstone on it, but
What
this is
now,
a new
Commander?
interesting like hazard to play with because
We're
like
taking
you
damage.
sometimes see like one beamstone maybe guarding like the very back point, but
We're standing by.
we're gonna see more of them
On it.
consistently. This is gonna change up the meta a little bit. I like it. How is everything on that ship still intact? Okay, well not everything. It's like you put a full bulkers for with a 450 into a beamstone. On the receiving end, it's like, oh, we are so screwed. But on the giving end, it's like, I don't know if I did any damage.
Let's hear it. Damage control. We've lost a component. We can't shoot that far. Open fire. We've restored a module.
And let me give you a lock with your plasma on that the cringe score.
Send traffic.
Thank you.
I think we're just a little too far behind on caps.
yeah, no, we're not getting this. But
I mean, we were playing pretty well. We are definitely winning like our fights. I think they just took the cap lead on the 8 point too early, and then we didn't have a counterplay to it.
yep, that's how that goes.
They're
Oh.
Yeah, that's
zeroing us.
typical pillars.
We've lost our drive. We're losing components. Yeah, we see them. We're not receiving power. That is outside of our range.
Roll command,
Acknowledged.
ceasefire, hold heading. This works.
Acknowledged.
Hey, it's actually they are obeying the roll
Okay,
commands. The
Commander.
test I meant to do the entire stream. Yeah, we got them.
And there's the beams.
Yep, there's the beams. They had wait, did they have 2 beam BBs?
Send traffic.
No, just one.
Okay, I saw 2 beams come off the 2184 Palace Sony. So
Oh,
They're
maybe
zeroing
that
in.
is in fact a
Solution
beam.
locked in.
maybe they have
Maybe also-
450 on the nose and then like 2 beams.
Out with it.
Maybe.
Interesting. Fix your everything, please.
Full impact. Let's hear it.
I think we'll throw in the GG towel and just
Busy, Commander.
play till the score goes up. If we can't get a little more damage dealt.
Aye, aye. Locking that target.
Ah, more beams.
Component destroyed. Aye, aye. Full burn.
Fire everything.
Disabled. Component disabled.
Yeah. Well, it has.
We're starting to
I
fall
think
apart.
yeah, it has a belly beam and a backpack beam. The Palace Sony 2184.
Huh.
Interesting combo. Normally you see like only beam backpack.
They are chewing
Okay.
us up here. We restored our Standing by, Commander. Outgoing.
Just yeah. Citadel Mag still living through all this is kind of funny.
I think it's got what 60 DT or 50 DT?
50
It's a lot.
DT, and then you got your 35% component DR from being
There's not
a
much
Volker.
where you can kill that.
Yeah.
Direct hit from 450 AP.
450 AP, maybe a lucky HE shot, but then you're likely to splash most
Yeah,
of it.
well, if HE doesn't hit anything else, yeah.
Yeah. I guess you can hull break it, right?
Components. All hands abandon ship.
Or if you kill every other module,
Yeah.
then it can only
Well,
hit
like at that point, you've spinal broken it, and you're just gonna walk all the damage in.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good match, I think. Like we did lose, but I think that we were doing pretty good plays either way, and they just
Yeah.
had like a couple little tricks that we didn't account for.
It was a good game.
Yeah. All right, let's hop back up to the main lobby then. Yeah,
Yep.
for violence. Yeah. Wait for team 1 to join us. did less damage than I thought I would with my 450 bulkers. Are they gonna pop up from Team 1 or?
They probably will eventually.
Okay.
They're probably too busy debriefing.
Yes, debriefing. It's the two battleship players making out with each other. Yep, you were right. Herman did bring the, what's that, 2,000 point BB and then a bunch of shuttles.
First, every single one of those shuttles died a horrible, horrible death. But
Well, technically, one of them is still alive.
okay, yeah.
Okay, actually, two of them are alive. And those are
This
super
is
people.
such a good dad fleet, guys.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Such a good dad fleet. The big speed.
Yes, the dad fleet that can't fight.
My dad can beat up your dad.
That's true.
Good showing with the beams keeping us like in standoff distance, like just tucking the beamstones around the map so we couldn't actually like push various angles.
That was like Viet Cong.
Yeah.
Mania.
Oh, wait, hang on. One beamstone got 23,000 beam damage?
Yeah, that's
Look
the
at the
defender of
IE3 male. Holy crap.
Yes, the defendant, the A defender. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was someone like between the A and the D point, right?
Kalmia, at one point I was like, when you were charging Rom, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah,
I thought
they're
I
not
could
gonna
make
get
a
excited.
push there, but I just didn't ever get a chance to shoot them. Like, it was either the beamstone was under the rock, the Vauxhall was hiding, or the beam DD was just keeping me out of range, so I had to stay near the B point.
Mega Boss Fire game, that was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was one hell of a game.
Yeah, like, I swore that your sprinter on, like, the A point, the Black Cat or whatever, was dead, and then I just looked at it, I'm like, it's not smoked yet. I don't have anything I can hit it with. And then, like, the last second as I do my charge, I see it come back to life. I'm like, God damn it, I was right. Bulk freighters, though, feel really good now. They actually obey their roll commands when you have verticality to your orders.
Those fucking plasma bulkers are spooky for BB. I had to stay behind my rock until they finally got close.
Yeah, like you were under the rock for most of the game there, but you were doing really good controlling like the A point and keeping any rotation on the underside from coming through.
Yeah, that's what Beam BB should.
The bunker.
That's my bunker. That is my my place. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna.
could have saved that bulker, Kalmia, if you didn't push it too much. I guess you wanted to do an IE.
All right. So got people ready for more violence? Another round or so, or how are we feeling?
Yeah, it's basically trying to protect E from the CL push.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm gonna do intermission on my stream, so we'll just my stream will be back in 3 minutes and such, and yeah, we'll go from there.
All right.
Okay, we're back. We have 2 slots left for ANS Area Official 6, if anyone wants to hop in. Just going to spectate this round, I think, yeah. Because we absolutely need to have people play.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab myself a drink. If ANS is not filled up by the time I'm going back, I will. I'm not as good at cap fleets on ANS. I suffer. I die. Yeah, I'll be right.
I can send you an easy cap fleet to play
You
if you
don't
want.
need to play cap fleet on ANS if you don't want to either.
But
It's true.
I'm used to it. Anyways, I'll be right back.
Fair enough, but
I think that a good
I don't know if
ANS
you do that
cap fleet
too.
right now is you get a bunch of like, I think it's like 280 point sprinters, just like double gun and defenders and stuff. And then you just run that along with like a beam BB that's like basically 500 points because you want an intel center on that. Pretty much you just have like 3 wings to work around the map.
Gun sprinters are not the way at this point.
yeah, I don't rate them personally.
I've enjoyed them pretty well, but I know some people do like running the Torp sprinters.
Torp sprinters can actually kill things, which
Yeah.
is nice.
It's the gun sprinter specifically to counter people spamming out shuttles and things because 120 RPF on mass does that.
Torp sprinters counteract shuttles like better than gun shuttles do.
Yeah, you can kill a shuttle with 2 insta-stage hybrids. It can't do anything about it.
This is just like meant to be like, yeah, you basically just pick up and play the fleet instead of like thinking too much about it because a lot of people see missiles and
That's
they get
fair.
intimidated.
That's fair.
Yeah. It was kind of designed as like, hey, you want to like do Babby's first cap fleet and you have to like micro 3 different wings of fighters. This is your way. And then you have to get the beam destroyer there, like sitting on your home point or whatever. You are right with the insta-stage hybrid spam. We're just waiting on what?
I still think
one
I
more?
prefer torpedoes for beginners just because they actually won't get wrecked, and that's the best way to not turn people off of a game style.
Yeah.
Do you use the counter launcher or the TLS for the Torp sprinter?
Never TLS.
Yeah.
TLS gets you killed.
Like I
TLS
tried it
is
once
trash
or
launch
twice,
system.
and I just found like it always seems to be bearing to target or not able to fire. So, I mean, you've seen some people meme with it on like the CLs when it first came out, but do we not have one more for Honeycomb Gaming? One more ANS?
Kalmia said that if she, when she gets back, she'll join.
Okay. We'll just wait on that and then go from there. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to do... Yeah, I think this will probably be last game of the stream, because I feel my voice giving it a little bit. Did you know that when you stream for 8 hours playing, what's it called, Signalis, your voice feels very sore the next day?
Really? What a surprise.
Yeah. It's also a good game.
It is.
I wish spectators could open the fleet editor, but I suppose there's enough reasons already for games to take forever to launch. That would be nice if they could include that in the quality of life pass, like just a little like pop-up thing in the bottom corner saying, "Hey, everyone else in the lobby is ready. We're waiting on you." In the editor screen, so you can kind of see like the dial fill up, like 7 out of 8 ready, but just get the nebulous equivalent of Clippy to pop up and just say, "Hey, your lobby is full."
If only.
So have y'all found like that active decoys are working more consistently now after the like test changes?
I haven't really noticed that so much, but I did notice that I could deploy chaff a little bit later, and it was fine.
Yeah, because they dropped it. What was it, from 4-second launch time to 1 second? So it goes out really fast.
Yep.
Out of curiosity too, as somebody said they had the Sprinter Instastage fleet or something like that. Any chance you could throw a copy of that or something like it in Armory? I have a bunch of fleets, but I
I
don't
have
think I've
like a
ever done
couple of insta-stages on my Torp Sprinter fleet, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, something like that, just so I can get a look at how the missile works. I've not played too much with insta-stages besides a complete meme CL that pretty much comes around a corner and one-shots a like bulk critter or two.
Mm-hmm.
Nebulabi Fleet Command. Yeah, you've got... Okay, act command bell, I see.
React command valve for the reins because spyglasses they don't have good track quality, but on the sprinters you can use just command.
Okay. Have y'all found that's like isn't it like a CMD primary and then like a SAH secondary? Doesn't that mean like if it gets comms jammed it can still fly straight or
yes, yeah, the SAH is just for comms jamming.
Okay, gotcha. I was thinking of trying like with the ACT backup, but then that just goes after chaff, it seems, so.
If you typically command/ARAD is what people use.
Yeah, that way if you get jamming package, it's like, well, okay, you're running a jammer and stuff. Probably if you're going to have like a golf ball, it's going to be like in a cello or something, and then you're going to be able to hit that.
It's just a lot of individual actions that it takes to soft kill a command ARAD.
And it's an instant age. That missile will be there in about half a second.
Yeah,
so
it's like how long does it take for you to like start your jamming and stuff, and also turn off your radars and all the other things. Oh, we got a full lobby. All right, let's ready up.
Mark 68 needs a buff.
It's really funny. I don't know why, but
probably reduce points.
All right, Team Jets.
I'm just going to be muting myself on the Discord to do commentary here for my stream, so need me, poke me. All right, Streamulous, so we are going to do a little bit of shoutcasting. Okay, chat, I'm going to BRB real quick to the loading screen because I need to run off again my water bottle, but I will be right back. Yeah, just quick BRB, not the long one. Okay, we are back in it. I got my water bottle. I can stay hydrated because my voice does actually hurt after streaming Signalis. That was very fun, but minor regrets. Anyways, welcome to Honeycomb. As you can see, it is a fun map with the high sea point, middle contested area. A lot of these big sort of like, I don't even know really what you call these, like shells or plates or whatever, scattered around the map, giving interesting cover. You get C point high, D and the E point on the outside, B and the A point going for the natural, so you tend to have like a tall lane, and then you get the outsides gravitating there. You can see some nasty back cap plays, because it tends to be kind of like one side caps this side, one side caps that side, and then you move about from there. You can see the OSP side here in the red, building up their fleets on the right side, trying to go for that heavy D pressure. Bit of them going B, sending just the obligatory cap ship over towards the E point. ANS, we're seeing a little bit of the mirror, playing the high C, and then going a bit on the E side, something to contest the D lane, and then a cap or two to go A. We're going to see how it all plays out. We'll introduce the players and their fleets as they get into the game, and we'll go from there. Yeah. As for everyone else in the chat, stay hydrated. I'm taking a big sippy right now. Let's play some Testulus Fleet Command. Don't have to be first person doing my mediocre commentary there. Instead, we are in third person looking at everyone doing our mediocre commentary. Yeah. Let's see how we go. They're chitter-chattering about the Mark 68. Too pricey for performance. Interesting. Too expensive, takes too many crew. I don't entirely know what they're talking about for the triple barrel Mark 68. I mean, I have never really encountered problems with it. I think it's just a better version of the Mark 66, which, I mean, hey, 3 barrels versus 2, right? All right, let's see who we got in the game here coming in now. Yeah. We saw the Pot and Tread here. We're dropping in on Honeycomb 26RB on the Crebensis system, a depleted mining operation. Asteroid here got blowed up, and then they took all the goodies, and now it's just an empty shell. So let's take a look at the fleets as we go OSP first, since we're over here. We are seeing a bulk freighter coming in with the Plasma one-side build here. And we got a, who's that? Ooh, 250s across the side of this one as well. And then lastly, we have another 250. So Plasma and T50s pairing together very well. I said T50s, I meant the 250s. There we are. This Plasma 250, you're able to strip off the armor of heavier ships such as the Axford and the Battleship and then do a lot of damage. Seeing a mass driver liner coming in here for Small Cake, escorted by, let's see, we got a bunch of decoy containers by the looks of it here on this Plasma Monitor. The Plasma Monitor, I'd assume. Yep, same package. So here to seduce and spoof the enemy. At least I think that's what they have. Let's take a look. Yep, decoy container line ship and maybe just a little offensive container action. And then looks like they're playing the Dad fleet here. They got a Bloodhound tug for that good spotting and a whole bunch of little shuttles to go around the map. Seeing them with the turrets, the VLS, and the Defender to shoot down various incoming threats. Good combo there to get the OSP that cap game advantage. We're seeing now, a T-30 boat here coming in with a little bit of plasma. Nasty god object indeed. This thing is going to deliver a whole bunch of firepower straight from the top. You can see the 250mm spinal guns here. This and its companion are going to look to get close quarters with the enemy and brawl at about that 7-kilometer range. Probably 6.5, because I think they have a targeting computer, what am I trying to say? The pinpoint lock radar. I think they have one of those. I remember them mentioning it. Seeing another Bloodhound tug, just getting good spotting around here. The other one, early warning radar. You can fit both of these systems in a tug, but that means you have no damage control system. Take a quick look around. We see the first bit of the map now. They're going to be A cap here, and OSP grabbing the B cap, as to be expected. Let's finish introducing our players real fast. We got a classic 450 Acelo here, fitted with the Auroras, a Floodlight Illuminator or two. Yep, Auroras for that nice point defense package. A golf ball jammer on the backside, jamming comms, and a bullseye fire control. That way you'll provide good locks at 9 kilometers. Then finally, we've got here a mass driver liner. So 2 mass driver liners on the field providing long-range fire support, and just a couple of little cap shuttles around to round up fleets. Let's take a look at the ANS players. So starting with Internet Explorer, we have a classic 250 CL coming in cruising speed hot. Let's see, does it have a big whip? It's got a big radar and, it only has a radar. Sometimes, oftentimes you'll see these ships double drive. That whiplash radar combo, very good for high mobility. Internet Explorer also bringing to bear a bunch of the new beam stones that are quite fierce. Seeing a VLS on top, jammer on the bottom, bullseye. Yep, good luck, good support methods here. Probably going to see 1, 2, and 3. Yes, 3. So last game we experienced the pain that is those beam stones, scattering them around, playing close guard to the point. If anything tries to get onto the point, they will just tuck themselves out of cover and beam anything in front of them. Seeing now as we go around the map, just a couple of the early contestants. Seeing the sprinters obligatory. It's obligatory to bring sprinters as you have to contest the OSP's shuttles in some way, shape, or form, and these ones are very fast. The first set sacrifices of the game's beams and bullets fly here on the C point. We're seeing on the outside a little bit of skirmishing going on here. Not as intense, but still a little bit of fire trickling in. E point getting the first OSP. Well, E point is first captured by the OSP, but is probably going to be contested here in a second. We're seeing the same thing over on D point, the obligatory first sacrificial ships as everyone squares off there. Let's take a look quickly at what we got in the rest of the fleet. The mighty battleship for Jordan up here. We're seeing a 450 package on the front side of it and a beam backpack to prevent anyone flanking it being able to do damage. It is going to be a nasty thing in this game, I'm sure of it. It's a little escort here providing some jamming and lock support. Let's see. Drama's coming in here with the pair of CLs. We are seeing, these are 120 CLs. Interesting. You don't see these as much, but they can deliver some good damage against the lighter OSP ships, such as the shuttle or tug. Here we see them squaring off, peppering the light ships here. They've got a bunch of other sprinters around the points, just providing the various caps. And lastly, for Mechanaut, we have a whole bunch of cheap destroyers here. Is this a rail array? It is. We have a 6 rail array. So these are super cheap loadouts. Basically, you are just paying for the hull and the railgun and whatever buffing modules you can get. In this case, we've got 1, 2 energy regulators and a spyglass on the lead ship, providing that lock. These are super cheap. I don't think they even have a restorer, but 6 railguns with high rate of fire will knock out pretty much any OSP ship by starting basically an irrecoverable amount of fires and other critical effects. So let's take a little look around the battle space, see how things have squared off. We see the points. Currently, E point is going towards the ANS, but another shuttle is moving in to contest. First blood drawn all over the map. We're seeing here now, this is a Black Cat. Yes, the little 120 guns on this providing a bit of peck fire away at the incoming shuttle, but incoming shuttle here, as we see, is also taking heavy damage here. CIC and magazine almost knocked out as it is barely limping into cover. So this is scoring up to be pretty even. We're seeing the first reactor jet of the game. Let's go. So this is no longer a sprinter. This is a atomized cloud of dust. Very nice. So, probably, yep. If shuttles had low armor before, they don't have any now. I'm not sure if that does enough damage to knock it out, or if it just lightly grazes the hull, but I have seen certain ships get knocked out when they have basically nil armor by the explosions of drive jets and such. So, with that said, currently fairly even game. OSP slightly in the lead, as they do technically have a small point advantage, having kept one of their points faster than the ANS did. So ANS is going to have to make a play. The C point is being overwatched by multiple different fleets here, as we saw at the start. All the shots went in on these two poor ships that tried to cap it for their own respective sides. So we're seeing the rail array now coming to bear onto the target. So an Acellos normally want to battle tank threats, but against rails, you really do not want to do that, as they will stem to stern you. Look at all of these criticals. They're having to click on every single one of these fires and put it out. This thing is going to burn down if they do not find some cover or knock out the enemy ships fast. Seeing mass drivers here, probably firing on a bad track quality, as we saw the shot go hella wide. But I won't be surprised if one of these ships here brings its Bloodhound to bear onto target. Oop, looks like they're going for the battleship. I think they're sweeping around trying to find that their early warning radar not on target at this point. They're still trying to look around and see where are those rail shots coming from. Railstones, they do have a massive signature, because you can see it is a 1200% boost when they fire their railguns. So if anything points their way, they will see it. Let's see if they can get their locks on target or not. Oh, looks like the Bloodhound has finally found them. Early warning radar has them locked. We're going to see mass drivers any second now start counter battery firing on those. So we're going to have a lot of long-range energy, well, I guess energy-based weapons. Technically, they are kinetics. Ooh, here's the nastiness of this. Yes, you can get a bunch of criticals affecting your ship after a while, because the fires will proc and start nasty, nasty effects. So a reactor going off here. This is a small reactor with a negative 68% work speed. They need to scram their reactors right now, because that thing will go off and take the rest of the ship with it, and you cannot fix this thing in time with the work speed penalties. So very nasty effects you can see here, as this Ocello is pretty much just slated to burn down. They're changing their target over here now to the bulk freighter. This is the other downside of the rails. See, normally bulk freighters can survive very well, since incoming shots have a chance of just passing through the ship entirely and not hitting any components. A lot of empty space. Rails, when they hit your ship, are guaranteed to at least inflict one critical, whether they hit a component or not. They'll just hit the nearest thing to their rail shot. So we're seeing a bunch of fires now starting up. Let's just watch how fast does this thing burn down, as those 6 railstones just constantly slinging away. The OSP side does not have any missiles really to punish this kind of play. Normally you would see containers fly out and then tax the non-existent PD of this burnt array. But they're just gambling and hoping that there is no container liner ready to bully them. You see them now quickly changing targets over here. Wow, they changed targets really, really fast. Look at that. It's like quickly swapping back over towards the Ocello here, since the bulk freighter is starting to move into cover. Do they have a... Ooh, they just have regular drive. Ooh, there's that jet I was talking about. Yes, did not scram reactors in time. Thought they could gamble it, could not, and the ship burns down and explodes. So that is the first major kill going off to the OSP side. Or the first major death going to OSP side. First kill to the mighty railstone array, as it is just... Well, basically, it is doing what a rail array is meant to do, which is burn things down and tax your systems. Now we see a mass driver liner lining up, deciding it wants some. Let's see if they can hit these very narrow targets. Ooh, we see first hit there going into their VLS-2. They do have some size 2 missiles, so they have a little bit of defense against anything that would try and rush them. I think that might be the only one on the entire fleet. I'm not seeing anything anywhere else, so big rail play going on here, as just the big blue thunderbolts are flying across the map. We're going to see now a couple of the brawler ships slowly getting themselves back under control. The damage control on the bulk freighters is very good, especially with the new damage control modules. I'm not sure if they have them. They got a large storage. Yes, they have the damage control complex. Team move speed and repair speed all in one, along with a reinforced locker. It's basically a damage control central, a small workshop, and a reinforced locker all tied into one big module slot. So let's see if they can get their ships back under order. We're seeing the C point now with the first blood going to, first major blood going to the ANS. They're now trying to move up and push their cap advantage, while the rest of the fleet has to quickly maneuver themselves and get out of rail fire. So this is what happens when you do not respect a railstone array, as you're now seeing the ship get absolutely torn apart. They are trying to contest this CL here coming down. CL having to quickly turn its angle. You're seeing its cannons getting knocked out here. The Mark 61s have a very low damage threshold and not a lot of health. Only 3 restores on this ship. Ooh, only 1 restore now, as the large locker in the back is going to have to be chain restored in order to get those guns back online. So this ship decided to find cover and do the best it can. You see the E point over here going securely into the ANS hands, as they have taken it now. Nothing is there to contest, and if there is anything to contest, there is a beam destroyer ready and willing to shoot anything down. It is noteworthy that these are a little bit vulnerable to size 2 missiles, as defenders are not very good against those, but I do believe that they might be carrying... Oh, nope, just chaff. So I would expect to see a bunch more size 2s coming out to punish ships like this that are not taking flak. And since we see a lot of naked ships in this game, I would not be surprised if people start moving towards something like, say, a size 2 monitor, or maybe even a size 2 bulk freighter as their support slot. Typically, you'll only see 1 support fleet. In this case, they're electing to go with a bunch of mass drivers instead of these sort of indirect missile strikes. And we will see how well it pays off. Here we see the lead ship in the formation being selected. They probably don't know it's the lead ship. They're just kind of going off instinct. You see the CIC is knocked out. The reactor is down. This thing is not going to be firing any more rounds. I don't believe they have any restores. No, they do not. So this ship is dead and out of the fight. So That is one of the first major ships for the ANS team lost, besides their 2 obligatory sprinters donated to the cap points. A lot of the capping fleet has been neutralized here. Half of Small Cake's shuttles... Actually, no, that's like... Yes, only had 6 shuttles there, so that is most of the OSP's capping power actually down and out for the count. We are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shuttles down and out. Only 1, 2 shuttles left on the map for the OSP, so it's going to be very hard for them to take back the points. That said, we're seeing the A-cap down here being taken by a shuttle. The little T-20 gun trying to fire away here. RPF screaming down from the skies. Looks like that CL with its 120s. Oh no, a 250 package CL screaming towards here. The Sheet of Lotta here. Unfortunately getting booped as all that RPF tears into the shuttle. It will take them a little bit to kill it. We'll see if they can get the cap in time, because that will force the ANS to recap their own point. See here, the reinforced CIC and the reinforced reactor are able to take a remarkable amount of punishment. Those like small investments into this little cap shuttle paying dividends here, as we see them now able to take the A point. It will force now this sprinter to return instead of... Ooh. Yes, its whiplash drive is actually offline for the moment, so this will give the OSP a little bit of a cap advantage at the time, allowing them to take the lead once more. Even if the ANS does cap this back, it will give them a little bit of points, and then initiative will fall to the ANS to take another point. So, let's see what is going on up top. We're seeing the 250 here, trying to find a good target to peck at. That battleship respecting the incoming fire, although it is also just throwing out all the shells that it possibly can. Normally, you would see the battleship kind of like cruise on top here, but I believe that they had changed their initial deployment. Instead of being on top, now going through the midsection, able to provide fire across the entire battle space from up high. You see at the very edge of the map, we have the mass drivers here firing away at something. Looks like they're trying to put hits. Ah, yep. So here we see the drive knocked out on the CL. I'm not sure if they'll be able to repair it. They're just going to take constant damage. Yep. We're seeing that restorer only being able to be used one time. So they're going to have to hope that they can get their large DC locker online and then probably fix their drive here, because I'm expecting this to get knocked out any second now. I believe mass drivers have enough to break the damage threshold of... maybe they don't actually have the damage threshold break. Either way, this thing is going to sit here and probably burn down for the rest of the game. So OSP is getting the A point capped back, as the sprinter here has managed to fix its drive. See now them overkilling this. Ooh, this is going to be bad. So in this case, they have overkilled. The reinforced drive is going to cook off here. So in the next 30 seconds or so, this thing is going to go. I would not be surprised if it ends up cooking off a bunch of the armor on this sprinter here, assuming it does in fact stick around. You have to learn when to cease fire, as we're seeing now the smoke coming out of this, indicating it is in fact dead. Yep. So the cap is going through now. This thing is going to explode, and that'll be the second drive debt of the game, taking the A point cap shuttle with it. And most likely those life pods. Rip to those poor souls. Let's take a little look around the map so we can see various ships here. So they've managed to recover. This ship was on fire for a lot of it, but they do have a lot of restorers here. We can see 7 restorers in total. Damage control teams listed in the bottom here. 47 damage components. Woof. 6 DC teams and a DC Central that they can bring back online eventually. That gets you another restore. So it is definitely worth restoring that compared to the large DC storage, which will be consumed first. This is much harder to knock out, which is kind of funny that it is in fact the one being knocked out. I believe this was hit by rails, which ignore the damage threshold, so that knocks it out for good. We're seeing the rail array now rotating around the map, trying to stay with the battleship for its close protection. ANS kind of taking a death ball approach. They are controlling these 3 points on the map and are set and content to hold them. OSP does not have the shuttles really to contest the E point. So they're going to have to really commit to a fight here and decide which angle they want to push, whether they want to try and push low for the A point or go high for the Z point. We're going to see. Here we see a bunch of the fleets here trying to lock onto targets, although unfortunately they are just, getting constantly railed. So very oppressive railguns when they have a long sight line to hold enemies down with. I think the OSP elected for a bit of a close-range brawler style with many of their ships, the 250s and 120s respectively. Not able to get in range here now, as you see them trying to fire off against stuff, but just a barrage of rail 250 and 120 coming their way. Yeah, we see the small little 250 ship here coming around the corner, putting some really good shots into the broadside here, although they are getting plasma in return and a bunch of 250. So good exchange of fire here. I will say that the bulk raider is at a disadvantage, as this range, the CL is able to quickly maneuver. That said, the CL is taking flank shots from mass drivers. Mass drivers from all sides. Ooh, this CL needs to get out of here. That is not where you want to be. A CL towards the enemy is a very tough target, but in this case, we're seeing mass driver rounds creaming into the side of it. Yep. Low damage so far, but this will quickly add up as we watch more of these modules starting to get bopped by various systems. So, see this now trying to desperately get out of position. Can't see the move order, but I would not be surprised if Internet Explorer is taking this and just trying to scream it back behind the rock, making use of that Raider drive for the quick acceleration that it needs. Let's take a little look around the map. We see another mass driver Bulker up here, getting those interesting cross-fix angles. So OSP tried to go very wide with its various fleets, as they are kind of committed to being both a long-range and close-range build. You see some of the Brawler bulk raiders down there hiding behind a rock because they do not have anything to engage, and then the mass drivers hiding on the periphery here outside of ANS detection range. The ANS is limited in their detection to 11.5 kilometers with the Spyglass radar, and even then, the Spyglass radar at that range does not have good track quality, so firing your railguns on target it will not be very effective. I'm not saying it's impossible, as I have seen certain individuals run a track correlator on their Spyglass destroyer, which is kind of ridiculous. You probably shouldn't put 4 track correlators on your destroyer with a Spyglass radar unless you know what you're doing. But the people who do it, they're very funny, and it gets a lot of surprises. So, that said, we're seeing the little radar security package here. They've got their small guns here to try and ward off the the light cruiser here. Light cruiser's 120s doing good work against these tugs. The 120s, I would say it's generally worth running 250s since the RPF round is a little bit tougher and you can get a little bit more punch with them. Also being able to compete with the kind of larger bulk raiders. But the 120 is very good against small targets such as the tug and shuttle, and we're seeing here the Lucy in the Sky and Sex Tape going down shortly. Lucy in the Sky has not been touched yet, but that's a sentence I did not mean to say. All right, we're going to move past that. But anyways, the Sex Tape here has had its front side blown out. The Bloodhound radar is down along with the guns. It has double track correlator on that, so it does give you a very good track fix, but unfortunately, only one DC team here, just a rapid locker, no small, so no restore. So that thing's good lock days are over. That said, we can still see certain things using the Lucy in the Sky with its early warning radar, which is located here. Adaptive radar receiver providing that extra sensitivity. Very good to see. Jamming going down here. What are they jamming? Attempting to jam one of the bulk freighters here as we take a look. Yes, unfortunately pointed the wrong way. I believe that they were trying to engage one of the CLs down there and just unfortunately have the wrong heading right now as the battleship now presenting its broadside, trying to get that beam onto target as it's drifting ever closer. If they get within 5 kilometers, we are in for a bad time. Although I think the bulk freighter is ever so slightly faster. Let us see. It does have the 7700 drive, which I believe gives it linear thrust and top speed. Don't exactly quote me on that. I'm trying to remember all the drives. This might actually be the turning drive, which you will commonly see on single drives. Yes, I do believe this is actually the turning drive, so the battleship might be able to catch up, but there's currently a rock between it and the target. Now we're seeing the rail array reduced down to only 5 railguns, but still, 5 rail destroyers is a force to be reckoned with if you have an open target. Here we see the battleship now changing targets to one of the open OSP ships. The God object here rolled the wrong way. It needs to quickly correct that roll as it is trying to bear itself to target with its 250 guns and then bring all the other turrets to bear. Let's see, so they're trying to use the top side of the ship, which is a little bit tougher. It's got the magazine reinforced and the DC complex, which have very high health and damage threshold. They're taking a lot of shots incoming now. The 450 does wonderful things against a bulk freighter that presents itself like this. A huge target, as we're also seeing railguns fly into it. A bunch of fires being started and other debuffs across the ship. Turret traverse rate heavily lowered, so those guns will not be able to bear onto target now. Let's take a look. So, still, the E point securely in ANS hands as they have taken a 3-cap lead to the OSP. OSP is trying to find some way to claw back into the game, but the super oppressive fire of the railguns is keeping them pinned to rocks, and the threat of a mighty battleship that they do not have the means to bring down right now, keeping them from going for the C point. They're positioning themselves very well, covering the 2 contestable points here, as OSP would have to wrap around the long way to get to the E point. We may be seeing this now as we see the, the CM4D1. This is a little joke about the names here. They're making them think that it is, in fact, a decoy container when it is, in fact, a little tug here with a Bloodhound radar on the front. I believe the ship is technically considered armed. Let's see, does it have the mighty Yes, it does have the ceremonial arming missile. So, for those of you who don't know, including a 1-point ceremonial arming missile is something you'll see pretty often for any ship that has a little VLS on it. Oh, I can't see where this one is. Here it is. So, it is a single offensive missile, which means that the ship counts as offensively armed. This means that if you have a ship that does not have weapons on a point and a ship that does have weapons, in this case the investment of a 1-point arming missile, it is able to cap the point from the unarmed vessel. So, this is a handy little trick you'll see the good players use. It is a little bit silly in that I think that some changes need to be made for the cap system, but for right now, it's just a smart little move you can make. This thing is most likely going to try and go for that E point, and I am expecting it to get quickly ambushed by this beam destroyer that is just kind of lurking around, skulking, trying to see if there's anything it can possibly beam. It doesn't see anything over here, but they are assuming that there will be a ship coming this way, because that is kind of the OSP's deploy territory. Let's see. Seeing one of the support ships here. This is the same kind of lurking technique that we saw with the Beamstone, although in this case, it's a little less of a threat. Don't get me wrong, plasma is scary, and those containers can pack a nasty wallop if you are not having sufficient PD. But I would not be surprised if this ship gets donated to one of the cap points shortly. seeing these ships just kind of entering a stalemate here as OSP is falling further behind the ANS 3 cap, really paying dividends. Ooh, we see now one of those lurking beam ships coming out to play as the mined electric here. Yes, mined is in fact electric. It is getting cooked through. The spine, I believe, has been broken as we see damage being poured in here that is kicked across the entire ship. CIC reinforced is not dead, but one of them is. So we're going to have to see this thing come back. Do they have any resources? No. So if this thing takes one more hit, that is going to be a dead bulk freighter. Not to say that there's much of it left anyways to begin with. I mean, look at this thing. It's just completely grayed out. All the large lockers getting cooked down. DC complex, its restorers have been used, unfortunately. So this is the one downside to the DC complex, is restorers do get used up before your more vulnerable systems, such as the large locker. So you have to watch your stack order when building the fleet. Reinforced locker here also getting used up. They're trying to bring it back online desperately, but with only the drive and the CIC really intact. I guess they technically have a gun and a magazine, so they will count as armed, but I don't expect to see this thing make a comeback. It also looks like it took a big old reactor burn. Yes, so something must have cooked off over here. Maybe that was the Sprinter Corvette going down that cooked it as well. So ANS continuing to hold their ground here. They don't have to do anything. Initiative has fallen to the OSP, and they're trying to find angles to work here. As we see some of the brawling 250 bulkers here in the hot pink and purple coming around the corner, trying to find something to shoot at. Possibly one of these beamstones aiming the wrong way will be the first target. Yes, oop, they have a different target instead set in their mind. Yes, they're going after the CL that was so wounded earlier. It limped away barely. Now we're seeing a whole bunch of the 250 shots screaming into this thing's broadside. The whiplash drive taking heavy damage. They don't have the DT to break it, I don't think. These drives have, I think it's like 70 DT or something ridiculously high, which is a little bit beyond the amount that you can bring with, well, typically with 250. I believe with a direct hit, you can technically break the damage threshold, but then component DR comes into play, so I don't think they can actually knock this thing's drives out. That said, they could definitely take out the CIC or some of the reactors and just otherwise bleed the ship out. It is out of restores, so if the CIC goes down, this ship is in fact dead. That said, it just ate an entire volley, so they're probably going to move on to new targets, assuming that it is just, in fact, going to burn down. On the outside of the map, we see the little 120 CL that could coming in here. Sex Tape is down. Lucy in the Sky is next, as it is getting completely cored out. The CIC is basic, and the CIC is gone. So that is most of the ships here rendered, well, dead. I didn't have a particularly better word than dead. It just seemed to be sort of straight to the point. Anyways, we see mass drivers now aligning onto targets. So yeah, this thing is going to get roasted royally here as the mass drivers scream by, a couple of them slamming directly in here. I don't know if mass drivers have enough to break that, but yep, there's the CIC out for the moment. Do they have anything keeping it alive? Yes, a single auxiliary steering that could. 1% health left on that. Will it burn out? Yes, it will burn out as the last shots slam into it. So that is Dramus' CL, the mute of Greta, going down here. Another kill to the OSP side, but they do need to make that play soon to get onto the point. That said, there is a battleship in beaming range. It has the broadside. It does not need to tank anything. It is getting its full guns brought to bear against this plasma ship. Plasma, very good, although unfortunately in this case we're seeing a bunch of these systems here getting knocked out. Damage control central, damage control complex, all the various systems aboard this ship getting cooked down as the plasma cannons, I believe they're trying to fire, but I don't know if this ship has enough power or not. There's been fire control locked, and the guns here just sitting idle. I don't think that it has the ability to... No, it is not under command. The CIC was knocked out. Ooh, that is nasty. We are seeing a basic CIC actually still functional, so it might be able to function, actually. They just aren't issuing a fire order, so it could possibly be that they are out of power or that their radar has been knocked out. Or maybe it's just a small lapse of micro. Either way, we are not seeing plasma fly that needs to fly to cook that BB and make it a capable target. So now we're seeing the heroics of the bulk freighter here. This bulk freighter charging forth, trying to drive into the enemy line. You see a beamstone here presenting the wrong angle. Beamstone caught broadside, peppered by all of that incoming 250 AP rounds. You've seen Grape Shot also accompanying it, trying to kill some crews here. The beam cannon going down shortly. I would not be surprised. Yep, just everything about the ship getting cored out. Basic CIC is done dusted, and that is a dead TD pretty well. Technically, it's not dead, as I believe it has a restore or the auxiliary steering, but with only the auxiliary steerings remaining, there's no way that this thing will be able to get back into the fight and do any damage. That said, it might not need to, as going for this cap here, let's see if the beam battleship, or if the battleship's beam backpack wants to go out and play. It does have to stay under the rock, as there is a mass driver liner keeping its eyes close to it. You see them trying to find various targets about the battle space here. In this case, I believe they are targeting this destroyer here. Yep, let's see if we see a Thunderbolt fly by. Yep, 3 Thunderbolts, rods from God, wham, 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 going into the destroyer here. They're trying to keep this cap as much as they can, but once that thing goes down, there will be nothing defending this side for the ANS. You're seeing the E-cap actually being made here. Wow, the E-cap. So the destroyer pointed, unfortunately, the wrong way, having to quickly turn around now and address the shuttle that has snuck its way around. This is just a naked little ceremonial arming missile shuttle. Yes, Yes, it has some chaff and the arming missile, but this thing is dirt cheap, probably 140 points or so. Just being able to get that E-cap. So OSP has finally seized the initiative, although ANS is pretty far ahead, about 100 points or so. So the OSP now with the 3-cap will be making the comeback, and they have taken the top side here. We're seeing a sprinter being sacrificed onto the C point, making the OSP have to stay on here with their ship. This is a 250 only, yes. So 250 and 120 or 100 mil turret somewhere. Yeah, they've just got a couple T20s. Not much point defense on this thing, if any at all, actually. I think they might have just completely skipped PD day, just relying on their VLS. Yep. Offensive ablative. Yep, Ceremony Army Missile, and a bunch of size 1, probably defensives. Ooh, there is the beam play as we see the battleship come around the corner, unleashing its full salvo. It's probably bringing its nose around. Yep, you see the 450s trying to bear onto target. The heading just set a little off. This bulk freighter getting royally cooked here. I think this thing might be down and out for the count. Let's see. It is still technically in the game. It's got a DC storage here, but it needs to try and chain restore these. Will they be able to get that in time before the knockout punch is delivered? We will see. I don't think that they have very good odds of survival here, as that beam is going to get ready to fire any second now. Yep, you can see it recharging, cycling. 450 has been brought to bear. They do have enough power to punch out that DC storage if they get a direct hit on it. So, you can see it now being reduced down 7%. This thing is not long for the world. Sorry, Ron, but it looks like the Ricer Fade is going to be out of this game. I said, we are seeing the C point still contested. They are still technically under command and trying to hold it, but it's a long shot. DC complex barely in it. No. Down goes the bulk freighter. Unfortunately, the Ricer Phase is out of the game. So, see now some of the cap points flip. We're seeing the destroyer here burning best speed as it can to try and get back onto the cap point. I believe that they did beam. No, here we see, the mighty Ring Around the Rosie as the small shuttle here trying to evade the beam gunner, as the beam is fixed to the front of the ship. They do not have the luxury of turrets in this case. They're trying to spin around and get a fix on them, but the shuttle is playing close angles, trying to always be behind the enemy ship. That said, we are seeing the ANS firing in with the Zip here, the 250 guns firing at... What? Oh, it's upside down. That's why it looks funny. I was like, why is there no turret on the front of the Vauxhall? But yeah, the Vauxhall here providing light fire support over here. The RPF rounds cooking away at the shuttle here when they can possibly get hit. They are likely going to fire any second. Are they out of range? Ooh, just barely out of range. So this ship will have to drift ever so slightly closer. That said, it is a E-cap here that is being held by, I believe it is the OSP right now. We will see them tick up by 6 points and the ANS by... Ooh, actually, no. Never mind, it is only 2 cap for the OSP. Yes, so we see them tick up by 4 points there, ANS going up by 6 points. The D point is being secured by the mighty bulk freighter here that is uncontested. Oop, maybe not. Let's see, the 120 CL has dropped down, although I think that the fight here, although it has taken some damage over the course of the battle, it does still have all of its offensive weapons online. The magazine is still up and the CIC is reinforced, so it will be a little harder to knock out. Let's see if the mag can survive this. A good volley delivered here as Plasma stripping away at this CL's armor. The 120 does not have the ability to... Oh my god, look at all of that incoming fire just stripping away at this ship. Plasma tearing off some of its armor plating, and we're just seeing the front of this CL get torn apart by the incoming volley. Luckily, the CL has slanted armor plating, making it very effective against lighter guns like that. But another volley of Plasma and then a follow-up of high explosive... I think it's HE capped? So the super HE rounds coming in here. Yep, seeing the Plasma trying to get shots here. They're desperately trying to dodge out of the way. See them just barely able to evade these plasma shots. Ooh, one does cook off on the side there, stripping away the armor plating. I wouldn't be surprised if the follow-up volley is about ready to launch. Yep, here comes the follow-up volley as the plasma finishes doing its job of stripping the nose out of the CL. Let's just watch that huge burst of DACA. In it comes and in it goes. You see now the front armor being torn off as all those rounds are starting to penetrate and get into the internals here. Many of them still glancing off. So these are high explosive. There's still armor face. But anything that is plasma stripped, as we see here, the black cooked area, is just going to get completely gutted. Yes, so a lot of damage dealt here. Most of the CL disarmed down to only 2 of its mighty 5 guns. So I won't expect that CL to last very long. The D point does go to the OSP, but ANS has a decisive cap lead at this point. Will they be a... Well, I say decisive cap lead, but they have a significant point lead. They are also now getting a cap lead as we see the E point over here going firmly into the ANS hands as the shuttle, one of the last ones remaining on the map, is brought low by the incoming 120 and 250 fire. Yeah, CIC burning down here. They tried, they unfortunately, well, they gave their life for the cause. So salutes in the chat for this mighty cap shuttle donated to the cause as beam turret locks onto them and will most likely spell the doom and disaster for this shuttle. That said, looking around the map, OSP can possibly make a comeback if they make a very aggressive push and try and get the C point, but that will have to be a play of desperation. We're seeing a bunch of the mass driver ships on the outside of the map. I think the mass drivers do need to actually move in and go for the cap here, as the OSP is just running out of ships they can sacrifice onto the points and play this game with. Seeing a couple of them still trying to hide around the edge, having to respect the rail array, as the rail array is now bearing onto target on the D point. It's a little too late, as they've already gotten the D cap, and they don't have anything nearby to get that back. But with the 3 cap they are currently maintaining, they will be able to secure a win in this game. They're pulling ahead, I believe it's about 130 points. Yes, 130 point lead with a 3 cap. So OSP probably going to have to go for a 4 cap at this point to get back into the game. See the CL here just desperately trying to maneuver away. Its thrust is super low, barely able to maneuver here as the plasma bolts are just streaming into the front of the ship, cooking off various systems. The entire front of this ship has fallen off, and auxiliary steering desperately trying to be repaired. The last gun being taken out here. I don't know if they have any restorers. No, they do not. So what you see is what you get. Auxiliary steering is the last thing alive. They've got a reinforced CIC that can take a bit of pummeling, and it is recessed fairly deep in the ship. But that is a lot of firepower coming in off of this bulk now, as all of its guns are cycling and just laying into this poor CL. But that being said, let's take a look around the map as well. We see the battleship here hugging tight onto the rock, trying to get an angle here. Ooh, bulk freighter coming around the corner. It is about to hit a nasty surprise as that battleship turns and bears on it with its 450 and beam turrets. We're seeing it firing whatever shots it can against the rail array. Bad track quality, I'm guessing here, because we're seeing a lot of those shots go wide. Ooh, there is the beam spine, yes, going right into them. It walked its shot a little bit off. Void Pixies being notorious little gremlins you have to try and hit with your beams. But we're seeing most of the systems here knocked out. Importantly, the magazine. This ship's guns are not able to fire without ammunition. They need to get that mag fixed. Ooh, it might be too late, as we've seen the beam now cooking center mass, just delivering a whole bunch of damage across the entire ship. All the various systems going down. I think they're out of restores. They are out of restores. So what you see is what you got. I would not be surprised if this thing goes down. Yes, the basic CIC is last to fall. That is another dead bulk freighter. So beams delivering a nasty, nasty amount of damage in that 5 to 6 kilometer range, depending whether turreted or spinaled. So ANS pulling decisively ahead as another one of the OSP's capital ships is felled. The OSP still has some bulk freighters around the map they can try and make a play with, but it is looking more and more decided in ANS advantage, as they have very few cap ships here that are a threat to their current points. Here we see the CM4D1 desperately burning towards the point. Sprinter hot on its tail, screaming, "Pull over, let me see your credentials," as this thing is trying to make a getaway. See, it has a magazine that is completely burned out right now. The reactor is gone. All that's left is that basic CIC that they're trying to hold on to, and the drive is taking a lot of hits right now. See, there's a beamstone here, but that beamstone has been drive shot, so the drive is no longer able to move. Yes, there it is, the mighty little monitor that could, moving into the point as it takes a bunch of withering fire from the CL up top. The CL in turn taking a bunch of withering fire from the plasma bulk that has now found its first target, and it is laying into it. Plasma broadside tearing away at the CL's armor as it tries desperately in a sort of weird zigzag play here to make a E cap. So 80 points to win for the ANS. This game is to 1,000 points. We are seeing the OSP side not really having much they can do much anymore. They're trying to make a play and go for the cap, but this destroyer is still technically in the game. It does not have the beam weapon, or I think any other offensive weapon for that matter. No, it does not have offensive weaponry online. So if the OSP is able to get their mass driver ship onto the point, they will actually cap it. But there is a rail array standing by and a mighty battleship here rotating its guns, coming to bear onto target. It looks like it is going to ambush yet another bulk freighter as the OSP has to sacrifice even their best ships onto the caps. Here we see, yes, oh, big withering fire coming in now at the Kurt cap as we see this thing is completely full of holes. Those were most likely from the rail shots earlier that it ate and repaired from. Yeah, 450 to the nose as it's getting a lot of its systems taken out now. Yeah, this ship is not long for this world. They have some restorers, but we're seeing only a basic CIC being left over here. Once the basic CIC, and I believe the reinforced damage control goes down, this ship will be down and out of the fight. OSP not having any chance left in this game, I don't think, as the ANS has just pulled a little too far ahead. Very good play from the ANS side, controlling the various lanes of the map. We're seeing the E and the D points flipped back and forth a couple of times, but ANS taking a commanding lead in the C point, holding that area down, and then just basically oppressing the OSP across the entire battle space with their long-range fire support from the rails. ANS was... Well, they were punished to a degree by the OSP mass drivers. It was not sufficient enough to win them the game, as the OSP probably just committing a little too much to the long-range play and not having enough to quite really push into the enemy. They have very long-range weapons and very close-range weapons, but they're struggling a little bit in that midfield where ANS can really shine through. So, seeing here now, the last little shuttle that could, I say shuttle, but it is in fact a monitor. Just refer to anything going on to the point as a shuttle. Seeing the monitor here, railguns do not care about armor. Their penetration value is yes. They're going right through the monitor here, its cannons and such burning off. Reinforced drive desperately trying to stay alive. Seeing the CIC, I believe, in the bottom. That's interesting. Normally you see it in the thin little area on top. I guess they went for the berthing there instead. Interesting design, but that will be the GG's called here, as we're just going to say GG to everyone. Well played, as ANS is going to get the final cap here. One more pulse, and that will be it. Good showing from the OSP side, but ANS with a lot of good control, knocking out their shuttles early, forcing them to sacrifice more and more of their big ships here. So that has been Honeycomb. I have been Nekoboy Blue. Thank you for coming out tonight to this match on Honeycomb. This VOD will stay up for, I believe it's 2 weeks or so. I will try and see if I can get some of these uploaded on my YouTube channel, because I do like seeing games such as this, just a bunch of high-level players who know what they're doing, showing what the game can really be at some of the more interesting levels. We're going to hop back into the Discord call once everyone pops in and check out the post-game from that. And then I think I'm probably going to wrap up the stream for the night, as my voice is hurting a little bit from Six Malice for 8 hours last night, and then showcasing this match. So remember to stay hydrated, chat. I just had a big sip of water myself. Yeah, seeing a bunch of these beam ships just delivering a nasty amount of damage. 13.5 on this one. Just big old beam surprise there. The little CL that could at the 250s going around the map. So good show from that. Let's see. The battleship, yep, 24k damage dealt. Beams and 450s coming in clutch as that battleship just decides this is my point now and sits oppressively holding that center C point. That is what battleships are good for. I have said that battleships do lack agency in a bit and that they take a little while to get around the map. But once you can secure a point and hold it, a battleship is a immovable lunk of metal. If they want to try and rush it with their own ships, the battleship will sit on that point and never die, or at least not until 20 minutes of fire have been poured into it. So, good show from all the players. As you see the rail array here. Rail is deceptive, as they do not show that they have dealt very much damage, but all of the various rounds that they have inflicted into the enemy have been criticals. So, a lot of good potential there. As for the OSP side, they got some brawls in where they could. We saw some Withering Fire delivered into CLs, but for the most part, the ANS just playing the fairly safe under the rock plays. Ooh, look at that, 22k dealt on the mass driver. So yeah, mass drivers pulling in the big numbers. They will show you exactly what they got, as they're essentially firing a size 1 or size 2 missile with every single shot. Yeah, another one of the bulk freighters here, the T-30 C-53 combo, 100 mil and 250 doing good damage there. Seeing, again, more damage from the mass driver. So a lot of damage dealt on the OSP side, not to be reckoned with, but unfortunately they just lost all of their cap ships due to the Alliance players being very good at their whack-a-mole game. So we're just going to ready up and head back to the lobby in that. I'm going to pop back into the Discord now and talk to them. So good show, people. Well played.
I mean, you definitely can't sit under that many rails, at least from ILM.
The 6 rail array was an interesting surprise to see. I did not think that you guys were going to be bringing that to show.
Well, rail map.
Yeah. It was very good, like the close protection that the battleship provided to them for the kind of later half of the game so that nothing could push in and punish them. Kind of makes me wonder if OSP had some missiles to punish that. Could they have pulled something different? But we saw the mass drivers doing really good damage over the course of the game.
And when I did get eyes on the DDs, I did kill one of them in what?
You did. You knocked out the lead DD very well. Like when you actually got a fix on him, he just completely clobbered because they had pretty much no damage control or other systems to mitigate it.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I just sniped the CIC.
Pretty much, yeah. It just went right down the nose.
Yeah, we lost the sensor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the little beamstones tucked around the map. That's a nasty surprise for a lot of people. Like, you just have to send the sprinter to cap the point, but having the beamstones sit close by and just being relatively cheap, I might start doing that because those are only 600 points or so.
That's 625.
Yeah. They actually kill what they're pointed at, which is a nice thing to see.
Yeah, it's really nice not seeing them completely walk off after Void Pixies. We saw a couple beams miss this game, but still, good accuracy. The little dancer on the E point was really interesting, watching the shuttle try and do Ring Around the Rosie on the beamstone that was holding the point.
And it did until the CL showed up.
Yeah, then the CL showed up, and then the CL got shot by the mass drivers. It was an interesting kind of food chain moment. It's just everything bounces across the map. Anyways, thanks to everyone for coming out for this kind of impromptu ask, hey, anyone want to play Testulus? I'm probably going to wrap the stream up here as I got some other things to do today and that. But thank you, everyone, for coming out and playing.
Indeed.
No problem.
I'm going to dip out. We'll do this probably again next Wednesday or maybe Saturday. I will let y'all know ahead of time. We'll go from there, all right?
Sounds good.
Bye, everybody. Okay, chat. I think that's where we're going to call the stream for tonight, as I do have, like I said, some things to do. So I'm going to hop over onto Twitch and mute the desktop audio so you don't get deafened by anyone else here. Let us go ahead and see who is alive and ready for a rating right now. Let's see. Getting feedback as I hear myself. That's very annoying. Hang on a sec. Just going to mute the site there. All right. Well, let me just pop over to the Just Me page. Yeah, there we are. Good old outros and whatnot. I've been told to do these because, hey, people like to see me wiggle around a bunch. So Anyways, I have been Neko Boy Blue. Thanks for tuning into my Nebulous stream. We played the test patch today, and it was a lot of fun. The Nebulous Discord has a channel for people who want to play the test patch, so I might pop in there now and then and organize another game like this. We might be trying for this Saturday, or I might be playing more Signalis. It depends entirely what we end up doing for that. Anyways, let's go ahead and see who's streaming. Who's friends of mine? Ooh, Ren Rabbit is playing Dyson Sphere program. Let's go raid Ren in that. For those of you who are followers, I've got the Meow stickers in our thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you how those go. So we're just going to have the raid message be Meow, like so. This is the follower-only emote thing, so you're able to just go ahead, follow the channel, and that you can be notified when I go live. Also, you can follow my Twitter for notifications about my stream schedule, and I post generally about 10 to 15 minutes before I end up going live on Twitch there. You can also see me interact with a couple other funny people and share some various silliness that I do around the clock. Anyways, we're going to go say meow to Ren Rabbit, so thank you for tuning in. I've been Neko Boy Blue. Bye!